I'm Gail Bennington.
I'm Ron Bennington, and I'm not giving Earl any money.
I get it for free.
Beep, beep, beep. Man, we are in this winter thing now, huh?
Yeah.
It's gray out there.
It's gray, sad. There's no holiday to look forward to. This is when it's real winter.
Well, for me, the holiday is this weekend of football. I think it's the best weekend of football. You got the big 4 games, and then Monday night, you got the college championship. So you're going to have 5 games where somebody goes home when they think this is our Super Bowl year. Like last weekend, there's not a lot of people thinking it's our Super Bowl year. But when you win that one game, you start thinking to yourself, you know what? Super Bowl year. And then the other folks were like, hey, we had off last week. This is our Super Bowl year. I think the point spreads are pretty big this week, though, right?
They are. In the Vikings 49ers, it's 49ers -7. Titans Ravens -9.
Jesus.
And Texans Chiefs -9.5.
Wow.
And the closest game is Seahawks Packers -4.
Anybody see the Seahawks winning that?
No.
I mean,
don't think they can do it.
They got literally barely past an Eagles team that looked like that Revolutionary War picture where everyone's wearing bandages.
Yeah, that wasn't a big win for them.
Not at
They're
all.
looking very
They brought back
sad.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Beast
one of their
mode.
scores. He went beast mode. There was no stopping him.
That's old school now.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who thinks the Seahawks can actually pull off the upset.
You know, I haven't watched a lot of the Packers this year. I'll be honest. I'm stuck in the old Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think he's playing like the old Aaron Rodgers.
No,
right?
they're depending on their run game a lot more. Their running back has had a great year. People are talking more about the running back than Aaron Rodgers.
Now all of our dominant football quarterbacks are getting old on us.
Oh, yeah. Now it's the Mahomeses, the Lamar Jacksons of the world.
Yeah.
You know, Russell's been there like 10 years so far in the league.
Are you kidding me?
I think it's 10 years. Yeah, 10 years in the league for Russell. Which does
Earl's
just
turning
fucks me
his
up.
head no.
I think it's maybe like 5 or 6. I don't think it's in
It's
the
not
Oh,
5.
that's
All
a
right,
lot
okay.
less.
All
It's
right.
a lot less than what you said, Chris.
All right, I'm going to fucking look this shit up.
Yeah.
You know, the weird thing is he's from Wisconsin, so this is a big coming home game from him. He's like the king of Wisconsin.
7 years in the league.
All right, man.
Yeah. Earl was right.
Fucking.
Congratulations, Earl.
I mean, you make a statement like 10 years, especially in 2020.
It's always nice when Earl bitch slaps Chris Stanley.
I love it. I live for it.
Any other lies you want to tell today, Chris?
I have no other.
You told me that you made out with some girl in New Orleans. You
No.
said she was a can-can dancer.
Didn't happen.
No.
No more lies.
His vacation makeout stories.
Yeah. And he said, and I felt her.
Yeah, he's always saying he got the second place.
Feel.
It was rounded second, Ron, before I got fucking cut off.
Did y'all love New Orleans?
Yes, New Orleans was a great time.
Wish I was no New Orleans.
That is a rowdy town. They fucking really love the Saints.
It's like, I just think it's a cool city. They just have their own culture, their own food. It doesn't feel like any other place.
You
I
know
like
what, though?
that.
I worry that it's a fake thing now. Like, it used to be more real, but now it's almost Key Westy.
You think it's just too much like down here on the bayou? And they're just like,
Down
"Oh."
here, you gotta have a little drink, but also a little piece of shrimp.
Little crawdad.
You like a crawdad, don't you? A little gator bite. You know that voodoo woman who lived down the street. She gonna tear your ass up. You're like, what? That's why I'm sitting here in this white suit. Keep me out of the heat a little bit.
Food.
Yeah. I talk that way because my tongue was taken off of a young child. Come back to my house, though. I own 18 pit bulls. What? Now go ahead and get yourself a little beignet.
Don't mind if I do.
Did you eat beignets the whole time you were down there?
I did eat a lot of beignets, yes.
You eat a po' boy?
I had a couple po' boys, yes.
What else?
A lot of fried chicken.
Why fried chicken?
There was like this place called Willie's.
I thought you were going to say KFC. Let's take a look at Willie's Fried Chicken. I want to see whether this is worth you eating 8 meals there.
I had 3.
Did you have any shrimp etouffee?
I don't care where Chris goes. He finds a place to eat when he gets there, and then that's his place.
That's right.
See Willie's.
This is Willie's Fried Chicken. They also, I ate there a lot because that's the place that also sold. They had a giant stand of frozen drinks. But the fried chicken was quite good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a supermarket to me.
Delish. Also, the Willie's cocktail, delicious.
I'm not sure if that's delish.
Is it blue?
Oh, that was pink.
Delish. That's kind of your yummo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
your thing. Delish.
Oh, hear that boy back from some more fried chicken. He loves it down here on the bar. Hey, look at this frozen toast drink. 99% sugar.
See, it's Willie's cocktail. It's shaped like a cock.
He likes to suck on that big dick. Squeeze it out of there.
Did you get any pics of you drinking a Willie's cock?
It was in my pick video over the weekend. I had 2 of them. It was double fisted Willie's cocktails. Delicious.
You know that I didn't notice that was a cock?
No, me either.
I gotta fucking really focus on it.
All right, Clint in Texas knows Willie's.
How about it?
Hey.
So Willie Mae's Scotch House, and it is fucking fire fried chicken. It is so good. It's
No,
fantastic.
when you
I
saying
eat
fire,
that
you
3
mean
times
hot?
a month. Both good and hot.
Yeah. You get it spicy, Chris?
I didn't get spicy. I just got some regular old fried chicken.
I don't know if this is the same place.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
Fire?
No, Willie's. It's Willie's Chicken Shack.
Willie Mae's Scotch House.
No, I went to
You're at a
Willie's
whole different place.
Chicken
Yeah,
Shack.
yours
bro.
sounds better already,
Nah.
Clint.
Mine's way better.
That boy wanted a KFC. On vacation, he's still going to a drive-through. Second line. We had a murder here today. Now we're going to dance it back in the second line.
I noticed a hint of hurt in your voice when you said it was in the second picture of my
Yeah.
photo collage. Sorry.
That thing went on so fucking long, I couldn't even believe it.
Well, I wanted to just capture all the places in New Orleans. It was the French Quarter. It was Bourbon Street, which
Why-
got the same place.
Why wouldn't you just do a bunch of separate ones rather than we're watching the thing that's clicking over for 9 of them?
I'm going to switch it up for this weekend.
You're going back there?
Look who flew back.
He does like Willie's.
Looks like he wants some of our $5.95 chicken. Don't have chicken up this in New York City, do they, son? By the way, for an extra $2, I'll get somebody to jack you off.
I'll take it.
Riverboat gambler.
Somebody. It was very ambiguous. I don't know who it's going to be. I get someone to do it.
Somebody's going to do it. Don't worry about that. Proud mare, keep on turning. Now let's see them Saints come watching in one more time with Drew Brees. Liz That's Fire wants us to know that tonight is Jeopardy GOAT competition with Ken Jennings, Brad Rutter, and James Hauser. Here's the thing. I don't know who Brad Rutter is.
I had no idea who that guy is.
No, I know the first
the other
one.
one.
Yeah.
And then the second guy was the guy who was like, I'll answer every fucking
Oh,
question.
yeah. Brad Rutter? Don't know him.
Wow, he fucking got $5 million off of fucking Jeopardy. So he's the highest earning contestant of all time.
Yeah, who, Rutter?
Rudder is, yeah.
What year did you do this?
Let's see. It was 2011.
Ooh, Lancaster's own.
Oh. He a big Lancaster boy. Come down here in the bayou. Let's see what he's up to. I give him a chicken foot. Let him know, keep the voodoo away from his ass. There's 2 zombies that are waiting right now.
Hey, Robbie in Key West.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Robbie?
Hey, we're going to see you in Tampa April, 13th?
Yeah, we didn't even announce that yet. Apparently, the theater just started selling
Oh,
tickets
great.
without us announcing. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Jim Florentine set it up. He said it's all going to happen. Tampa, April 13th. We're
April
there.
11th. April 11th in Tampa.
All right. April
Otherwise,
11th.
you're gonna be
What kind
late.
of news are you bringing, Robbie? Bad news?
Hey, I'm going to bring Bill Hobie with me too.
Okay.
I mean, if he's able, if he's willing.
All right.
Love you, Doc.
All right. See you then, buddy. Earl, this one's aimed towards you from David. It says, is there new production yet? Ron asked months ago for new drops and rejoiners, and it's still the same old crap for 3+ years. Thanks, Leasty boys.
They are known for the least.
That is our
Here's the
moniker.
thing. Earl, he's the music guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he has no pride.
Yeah.
No pride. Do you know people have been getting back to me because we ran the Detroit GPS,
GPS,
which a lot of people say is their favorite of all time. And you know what I thought to myself? Well, that's before Earl.
It is. That's the early days.
Earl's got a special one planned. When are we going to record it, Earl?
Probably within the next week or so, and it's a great one. I'm really proud of this
No,
one.
what do you mean by week or so?
Yeah.
Let's pick a date. Let's get the calendar.
do it.
Lock it the fuck in. Let's get the prep in time. Let's make a great one.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
lock it in for next week, Ron.
What day?
Next Tuesday.
I don't have the prep yet. He was just saying that because he said, "See you next Tuesday."
That's good.
That's his code.
Way to work that one in there. Oh, bring in a C word. We're gonna announce the winners of the comedy awards.
That's so
With
exciting.
the iBang. Now, Chris oddly told me that he has production for this, and I was like, "Why would we do production? We just want to read it off and be done with it. We're not trying to drive traffic there." But I also, when someone does production, I don't want to not use it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been produced. It's been produced.
Just some of that Cajun production down there. Sip out of that cock, boy. Sip out of that cock. All right, let's hear your production.
A lot of papers here.
Yeah, always.
The people have spoken. The votes have been counted. The winners have been determined. The losers will be left feeling empty and defeated. And those who have won will be filled with a joy unlike any other. These are the results of the Interrobang.com's year-end awards in comedy for 2019. Here are your hosts, Ron and Gail Bennington.
Feel put on the spot, I'm a host.
Yeah, it's not the show. So I guess the viral video is the first, Chris?
Yes, it is.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Viral Video of the Year is...
Bagel Boss.
Oh, Bagel Boss. You know, you're upset about your hype, but you won something, dude.
The thing is, Tim Dillon acted like, how did I not get that for the stuff that I
know.
did?
Some of my favorites.
Yeah, but we forgot. We forgot it even happened. He wasn't even nominated.
Mm.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Biggest Scandal of the Year is...
Told by the, this is Mike Ward being told by the courts to pay up. It was fucking ridiculous
Yeah.
thing. Jokes cost money in Canada.
Jokes have... the war on jokes continues.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Biggest News Story of the Year is...
Jussie Smollett.
Mm. Fake the beating.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Late Night Host of the Year is...
Oh, this is the big king of late night. And this gentleman hasn't won since 2015. Big comeback for Jimmy Fallon.
Wow, you're very
My pick.
you picked it, Chris.
Nice one, Chris.
And you attacked
Thanks.
me for mine.
What was that?
I believe it was John Oliver was my pick, and it was very
You hate John
controversial.
Oliver for some reason.
Not a fan of John Oliver.
Why?
He gave it all up to go do one night a week. He could have been the king of the Daily Show.
know if
He could have
that-
made everyone forget about Jon Stewart.
I'm not sure if that was
Yet
offered
he's
to him.
doing 20 minutes on HBO with a fucking doing God knows what.
Oh, so here's what Randy Rutter did. This is according to Brad Rutter. Randy Weingart told us this. Brad Rutter had the best 5-day total before contestants were allowed to go on longer than 5 days. And then he kicked ass in the Tournament of Champions, and he is Randy's dark horse to win. I like that.
I like how serious Randy is about this.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Comedy TV Show or Series of the Year is...
Dolomite is my name.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an upset special.
Holy
Very
shit.
surprised.
They went. I think they went from third or fourth yesterday, and then there was a big push between the pro Dolomite people,
Yeah.
and off they were.
Now, I believe that was Earl's pick.
That was my pick, yes.
There were a lot of people mad that Eddie Murphy didn't win the Golden Globe.
Yeah, this is how they showed their upset.
This is how they do it. Were you mad at that, Earl?
Yeah, because, comedy never gets appreciated anyway.
Well, it's fucking comedy movie of the year.
Well,
Comedy or musical. They weren't going to lose the Cats. Go ahead.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Comedy TV Show or Series of the Year is...
It's Gary Shandling's book by Judd Apatow.
Oh, that's great. Very cool. I think that was a veto pick. You guys are like neck and neck.
Yeah,
And I'm looking like real garbage right now.
hot garbage.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Comedy TV Show or Series of the Year is...
I was worried that this was going to be redundant, but I didn't expect the
I've been doing
variety.
it.
Yeah, it's really good. We told you we were down between Shuley and Rich Voss. They were
Yes.
both pushing hard. The winner is Rich Voss when I saw him.
Yeah, Rich Voss.
It's his first win since 2016 for B or
Yeah,
5.
I remember.
Two-time.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Comedy TV Show or Series of the Year is...
Dan Soder, son of a Gary.
Wow.
Congratulations, Dan.
That's awesome.
Big breakthrough special for our buddy Dan.
That's really, really great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for him.
Me too. I think he's going to book a theater across the street from Nate Bargatze every single place Nate goes. Now it's time for Comedian of the Year. Let me just go back. 2014, Bill Burr. 2015, Nate Bargatze. 2016, Jim Jeffries. 2017, Judah Freelander. 2018, Bert Kreischer. So this is the granddaddy of them
Yeah,
all.
this is a big deal.
And now, the winner, as voted on by you, of the 2019 Comedian of the Year is...
Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis.
Shocking.
Yeah, that one wasn't even close, to tell you the truth. I think a lot of people who, felt like Shane was ripped off are still pissed about it and still, want something good to happen for Shane. So this will probably make up for the SNL thing.
I think so.
I think he should try to book right across the street from Soda.
Yeah.
All right, that was the comedy of the year. I think later this week we're going to do the comedy of the decade, but probably with a lot less
production.
Yeah, I mean the production would have been good for the hype part.
Yeah,
but probably should have just read off those names.
Probably.
But can I tell you something?
Yes, Ron.
You went for it.
I did.
And there was variety to it, I think. I think there was.
I think keep the horns at least for the.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I would like it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh boy. I don't even like to look at the news anymore.
No.
Says we're prepared for the worst, but hope Iran de-escalates.
We're putting it on them then
Yeah.
to de-escalate the situation.
You guys got to chill the fuck out.
Hey, stay calm, guys.
12. This is how crazy Iran gets. 12 people were killed in a mosh pit there, the funeral mosh pit.
Yeah.
They just stomped these fucking guys to death.
Yeah.
Out of mourning. I mean, think of all the funerals you went to. You never saw anyone get stomped to death.
Yeah.
Let alone a dozen people.
No,
It's up to 40 now. 40 dead and 200 injured.
Jesus.
You know what? Their fucking Iran's national anthem should be "Mad World."
Which version?
Slower one.
Yeah, of course.
Gary Jules.
Yeah, Gary Jules. What do you want to go with? Adam Lambert, where he fucking adds a ukulele to it? You ever hear that?
No, I haven't.
That's a mad world. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I've kind of always just liked original gangsta, but it's just me.
Death to America. Death to the Cajun people. New Orleans. Well, that was the thing. They're going, we've got New York on a warning. I go, why don't we just let them know that there's other cities? Bring up the map. Put a couple pins in it. There's Omaha. There's Boise. I'm sure they're not prepared. There's Pismo Beach. Take a run at them. You need to tell them to stay out in New Orleans. They're going to get their ass kicked like the battle in New Orleans. This is a perfect winter song, right?
It is. It's perfect.
I just sit there like Jeffrey Epstein with a fucking towel around my neck listening to this song. Did you see the 60 Minutes?
I didn't. Illuminating?
It's just a matter of, did someone kill him or did they purposely let him kill himself?
Yeah.
I mean, they showed his fucking room, his little cell block. He had fucking cords, you know what I mean, to electrical things in there.
Right.
There
this
was
was somebody who was supposed to be on suicide watch. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes zero sense. There was a lot of hubbub in the world of the internet this week, and there was two stories. One, which seat do you pick on the subway, which would be fun for us, but
Yes, not for
you know,
everyone.
not for anyone else listening outside of here. But maybe one day we'll do it. But the other story was that Gene Simmons of Kiss, the man who had his tongue replaced with a cow tongue, if you believe 1970s rumors, he says that he puts ice cubes in his cereal. Now, you would think, what are you doing? You could make the milk colder, but an ice cube is going to water down your milk, which is so disgusting.
Yeah.
And what kind of cereal is he eating? A grown man.
That looks like some sort of an Oreo cookie.
Yeah, that's Oreo cookie.
You're
cereal.
kidding me. He's fucking 73 years old.
And he's mixing it up with cream of
Frosted,
wheat.
frosted mini wheats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's needed for his asshole. But those little fucking chocolate donuts that he has
No,
in there aren't
that's
going to
not
help
good.
him out at all.
Yeah.
Now, everybody eats a weird food combination.
Yeah.
Mine, again, is not going to make any sense to people because they're not even into the first food that I eat before I even get to the second. But 844 Rock God, do you have a weird food combination or prepare food weirdly that you don't even tell people about
Right.
because it's embarrassing?
This should be private, by the way.
That should be
I
private.
mean, he shouldn't be telling people that he does this.
I was in a hot dog place, right? And, it was one of those places that you have to fucking stand while you eat your hot dog in New York. And the guy's leaning over. He's an adult man. And he goes, any mayonnaise? And the people behind there go like this. No, we sell hot dogs.
No, absolutely.
And he goes, yeah, mayonnaise for hot dogs.
Yeah.
Everybody it's in fucking Papaya King. You know what I mean? You're getting two fucking dogs and some papaya juice. And everyone's like,
No.
fucking adults start to come in and go like this. Why would anyone put a fucking, and you know what his answer was? I like it.
That's not okay. That's not okay.
That's what Jeffrey Epstein could have said about his sins.
Yeah.
844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. I mean, I'm sure Chris Stanley does some weird stuff.
I'm gonna guess most his food
Yeah.
habits are weird.
Cheese puffs.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. How can anybody eat that?
What
eat
a
them.
freak.
I eat them in private. I've never done this in front of anyone. I nibble all the cheese off of the cheese puff so that there's just puff left.
Wait,
Or-
what are we talking about? No, wait. We're
He
talking
licks
puff,
the
not
dust off.
doodle. We're talking about
No,
like the
he takes
thick one.
the cheese puff,
Okay.
and he licks and scrapes off the puff, the outside orange, and then what do you do with the inside?
I throw it out.
No, you don't.
There's just like whatever.
There's a place in town called Cheese Dust. Why don't you just go there and eat it?
I love the cheese puff, like the cheese dust so much. I loved it. My mom was freaked out by it because she would
Well, I
find.
understand if you're 3 years old, but you're a fucking 35-year-old man
Yeah.
now.
So now I feel like I could just do it.
I mean, I think
as much
what
as
you're
I
doing
want.
is gross, but at the same time, I feel like even the method doesn't make sense. What if you just took a butter knife, scraped that cheese dust off, and then you could eat straight cheese dust? I feel like you're creating a lot of work for
Why don't you
yourself.
snort it? Roll up a fucking bill.
This drip's delicious.
I want to promise the listeners now that we will get video of Chris Stanley in his natural habitat eating the dust off of a fucking cheese puff.
No problem.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, that's really gross. And by the way,
it's so satisfying to me.
the more I keep thinking about the Gene Simmons thing, I keep thinking about the film that would be on an ice cube with milk. You're going to get like a thick, fatty film.
I wouldn't know because I've never dropped a fucking ice cube in milk in my life.
So gross. So gross. I mean, I wouldn't want it to be warm, but that's just disgusting.
By the way, Randy says, not only is Brad my dark horse, I think he takes over hosting when Alex retires. Look, dude, we know Alex ain't retiring. We know it's going to be a sadder ending than that. Yeah. Gail Bennington,
Okay.
your weird food, either combination or the way you eat something, anything you want to do, anything that you think could go up there with this ridiculous thing. Now, the weird thing about Chris is I've never heard of anyone do that.
No, I've never heard that situation. That's bizarre. I have two, but I'm going to give you my most recent one. And that is I take a chopstick, I skewer a grape, and then I dunk said grape in peanut butter.
Why don't
Peanut
you
butter
just,
grapes.
Why don't you just use a fork?
And well, just because I feel like it's an easier situation. But I feel like people don't do peanut butter. Like they do peanut butter and apple, but I
Right.
don't understand why. Because to me, it's like a healthier version of your childhood
Right.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's like if you're using natural peanut butter, because then it's like smooth and kind of oily, and a grape, it's kind of like a take on a classic, like a healthier take on a classic.
You're not going to believe this, but I started on the natural peanut butter, but I do it in a bowl. Peanut butter with strawberries and peanut butter with blueberries.
Oh my God! See, that's weird.
And I've only been doing this a couple of months, like 6 months.
That's weird. Me too. That's
Yeah.
when I started this grape situation.
Yeah. I do something weird. I'll put a crow there
In a honey pot.
in a honey pot. Rub it in beneath. Wow, sugar on it. 844 Rock God. 844 Rock God. What's your weird food thing?
All right, let's go to Aaron in Boston.
Hey, how you doing, Bennington?
Hey.
Cheez-Its and orange juice. Greatest combination under the sun. Fucking love it.
You know, I read not too long ago that no adult should ever have juice. That there's nothing
Not
good
only
about juice.
no adult, but when I went to take Juju to the dentist,
Yeah.
she's like, look, she's at the age now, like, obviously she's going to start getting, like, candy. People are going to give her candy. You're not going to stop it. But just please tell me you won't give her juice. So even though...
Juice is worse than candy?
Yes, because she says it just sticks to the teeth. And also parents think that they're giving them something healthy, so they'll be more likely to give them juice all the time. And it just rots their teeth. You might as well be giving your baby Coca-Cola.
Dude, I just read this on Twitter. I'm grossed out by it. Adrian says, people know this, but I'm going to have a hard time even reading. I love white rice and ketchup.
Ew!
Oh, God.
That is so upsetting. You know what's the worst part of it? It leaves, it's just a vessel like for the ketchup.
Oh.
So you're just eating ketchup. That rice isn't adding any flavor.
Yeah.
So you just want the texture of rice.
Look,
and
girl's
just
ready to
eat.
puke.
It's so gross. I don't blame him for one.
Yeah, you're not going to taste anything but ketchup.
Ew, that's so disgusting.
It's like drinking ketchup.
Could you imagine the sound of just like the wet ketchup rice?
Ew.
She's lucky she's pretty. You know what I mean? She's spent the rest of her life alone.
Hey, Luther in Oakland.
Hey, I'm still reeling a little from the ketchup rice.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of peanut butter, though, I really enjoy a peanut butter and bacon sandwich, and the bacon can't be crispy.
Why do you want soggy bacon?
Like a
already?
chewy bacon?
It's fucking nasty.
Not uncooked, just not crisp.
Right.
What kind of
Chew.
bread?
Like, it's good on a white sourdough.
Sourdough.
You were just going to say white bread.
White bread's fine because this is the most white bread thing you can fucking do.
I do like the specification. Don't make that crispy. Make it nice and chewy.
Make that nice and chewy for me because it gets humid down here.
Hey, Jason in Alberta.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I
Hey.
just wanted to share a messed up food. A good buddy of mine I grew up with used to always eat God rest his soul. I don't know, he was German, so I don't know if maybe it's a European thing, but he would butter bread and then dip it in a glass of milk, like fold it in half after he buttered it, dip it in a glass of milk, then suck the milk out of the bread, and then roll it in a plate of sugar. Like roll it around in sugar so then it was coated in sugar and then eat it, man. I would watch this kid. Like, we'd have sleepovers, and we'd all, like, normally, eat bowls of cereal all morning, but this kid would sit there, and he'd just eat this fucking white bread and sugar, man. It was
Why didn't you guys kick him until he was dead?
Well, it was his house. We slept over at, so it was like... we just
Oh, okay.
sat
So
back
that'll
and-
stop a murder from happening. If you watch movies like from the 1930s, the kids would ask for bread and sugar.
I just sugared bread. That's
yeah,
it.
they
Like
would
nothing
put
else.
sugar and then inside the bread and then eat it. They would have like a roll and eat it. And then I don't know why, but it stopped. Maybe it was an immigrant thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I guess if you don't have access to a cookie, you'd be willing to do any. You know what I mean? If you're a kid,
Right.
You're like, just give me the sweetness, however I can get it. But that milk, the sucking,
Oh, that's just a kid that's fucking, got a weird problem. I'm going to guess sexually abused. I think the milk represents cum.
Hey, Brad in Kansas.
Guys, barbecue chips and peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Man, a lot of peanut butter in this
A lot of
thing.
peanut butter
So you put
related
the
things.
barbecue chips on your peanut butter jelly sandwich and eat it inside.
Inside of it.
Yeah, because look, if he put it on the side, we'd be fine. Like, okay, you're having some chips
A
with your
little
sandwich.
strange. Yeah,
But you
but
put it on top.
No. And the barbecue chip is the most disgusting of all the flavored potato chips.
I think there's only one flavor that anyone should ever have, and that's potato.
Yeah.
Everything else is like your cheese powder.
It's always the best.
Now, do you know that they have some kind of healthy, like cheese puffs now that are like not made of cheese?
Are those like hippies or something?
I don't. There's all kinds of things.
Yeah. There's like ones that are made from egg yolk.
Turnips.
And, yeah, all sorts of stuff.
I don't think you would like it. Doesn't have the power that you crave.
Doesn't have
that
enough
powder that you crave. 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. Talking about the weird food combinations that people do or weird ways that you prepare your food.
Hey, Matt in Missouri, what's your weird food combination?
Hey guys, Happy New Year.
Happy
My
New Year.
dad mixes mashed potatoes, corn, and strawberry jelly. It's disgusting.
What the fuck?
Everything was going along well until you hit the strawberry jelly.
He does it in public.
Now, one of mine is strawberry jelly. I'll put strawberry jelly on my scrapple instead of ketchup or syrup, which is the normal thing to
I do maple syrup.
I don't know why. I did it when I was a little kid, and I do it now.
Yeah.
It's weird that you would even put even maple syrup on it because it's a sausage. You don't put it on your regular breakfast sausage.
That's true. You don't.
Right.
But I don't know why, like, maple syrup to me is the go-to. Like, I think it's very weird when I see the ketchup combo, and I can't believe it's like a 50-50 split.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's a
I think
50-50 split.
It's gross to me.
Just the way you were raised.
Yeah.
Earl Douglas, how do you prepare your chitlins? I'm just kidding. Give us your weird thing.
Mine, I've acquired this since I worked at the Hard Rock. I will have a side of fries.
That is weird.
With some pickles. With the side of pickles and just mix and match the two as far as eating them. Pickles and fries combo.
So you have but it's not a combo. You don't put a pickle in your mouth with a fry.
Oh, mix and match.
He says mix and match.
What is that?
I mean, that's great for an outfit, but no one ever mix and matches when they eat.
I'll have a pickle and I'll have a fry. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's too
That's
odd.
fine. There's nothing wrong with it. That is totally normal.
Yeah.
If you said I had a cheeseburger and some
But no.
fries and a pickle with it,
Yeah.
the only weird thing is why don't you have the burger? Like, I guess like
here's the
this
thing.
doesn't sound like enough
You're
food.
mixing and matching there.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's that weird.
But everyone's saying everyone says, well, why not just have the burger? And I never have the burger.
You see, yours is weird of a lack of food, not
Yes.
adding a weird food.
Yeah,
You've
you take the
subtracted an
burger
entree.
out of the food. By the way, I now think anyone who eats a burger without having cheese on it is some kind of horrified.
They're fucked up.
Yeah. Now I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm lactose intolerant." There's no fucking such thing. Stop acting like cheese or milk can make you sick.
And
It
it's
can't.
just like a slice of cheese. It's
Also,
like the least,
yeah.
like it's the cheeseburger.
And if I was lactose intolerant, one slice of cheese, I would be willing to pay the price rather than have that dry ass burger.
Let me tell you something. If someone told me I couldn't have cheese anymore, I'd be laying next to Jeffrey Epstein in that cell.
That might be like more than any other food. Like if you had to give it up, cheese might be like.
I'm horrified when I see people just eat a burger.
Yeah, it's.
And they're always like, well, I can't. I'm lactose intolerant. I go, how come no one ever used to be lactose intolerant and now half the people are?
You know the Duggar family, where they have like 1 million kids. I was watching an episode once, and they were on a road trip, and they pulled over the side of the road where they could just grill, and then they've got they're just sitting there making 25 hamburger sandwiches, no cheese on anybody's burger, and it was so upsetting to me.
Because the cheese is too expensive for them?
I guess that's how they're cutting corners.
By the way, how are you going to fill up 1 million people with 25 burgers?
Hey, Nate in Colorado.
I eat, let's see, bread and butter, pickles, hard-boiled eggs, and beer all at the same time.
That's fucked up.
Where are you eating? Germany in the 1920s?
Yeah, this just sounds like someone who doesn't have a wife. Not necessarily a bad food combination.
Well, I don't have a wife, but it's good.
You're never going to get one. The way you eat. You're going to die alone.
That's okay.
Yeah, that is okay.
I love that, Nate. That was great. Camel in North Jersey.
All right, well, the girl took my rice and ketchup one.
Really?
Oh my God, another one?
Yeah, I loved that when I was a kid, man. That was one of my favorites.
When did you grow up? The Depression?
Well, my great grandma, my grandmama, she would give me those cheap vanilla Oreos, the bootleg ones, and
Yeah.
she never had any milk. So I would dip them in apple juice. I loved that when I was a kid.
Well, but you still do it?
I actually have done it recently, but I was pretty high.
Good for
Okay.
yeah. High
That makes sense.
anything's on the table. I think we could all agree to that.
Yeah.
High and pregnant are the two things
Yes,
that
a
go
lot of
ahead
things.
and eat weird. Oh, here's one that probably most people don't. I got this from my grandfather. You take cantaloupe. You know how you scoop out the center there. You put a thing of vanilla ice cream in it.
Mm.
Fucking delicious.
I would imagine if I liked cantaloupe, that would make
I
sense.
do like cantaloupe. That sounds awesome.
You gotta have a good ripe cantaloupe. You gotta, have it in season. You can't
You don't
do
want it like
the-
really hard.
Yeah, first of all, you don't even want that cantaloupe.
Yeah.
That cantaloupe is not cantaloupe. I don't know what the fuck it is.
That's like the kind of shit they just chop up and put in a fruit salad. You're just like, this is hard and dry.
By the way, I'll say this about Gail's daughter, and it goes to show what a bad mom she is. Gail's daughter enjoys plastic food more than food.
Oh my God, Gail.
You know how they make all that plastic food? She's sitting around, she's cooking it, she's acting like she's feeding everyone, and then you give her food. She's like, no.
No.
She's not that interested in eating.
No.
Have you ever seen her starving and just like wolf something?
She's like had a couple moments where I think that she was like, all right, I'm actually hungry and I'm going to put away some food. But for the most part, she picks a little bit
Yeah.
and then she wants to get back to activities.
She tries to feed me on FaceTime. I'm like, I don't know what kind of future world that you think you live in.
All right, John has another food combination that involves peanut butter. It seems like a lot of these.
Too much
involve-
peanut butter.
Yeah. Hey,
I
John.
got a couple peanut butter. My dad used to do peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches, which is just nasty. I like peanut butter and American cheese, and it seems natural, just like the peanut butter cheese crackers, and it's friggin' delicious.
No, it's not.
No, it
It's
isn't
fucked
like
up.
that. I mean,
No.
the peanut butter cheese crackers, that's delicious.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
I don't know why it works, and I don't know why the American cheese sounds disgusting to me, but it just is.
Now, this is very interesting that we brought this up. So, you put like a little peanut butter on a cracker, and it's fantastic, right? But you ever notice you never go to somebody's house and they offer that? They'll have hard cheese and a cracker, even soft cheese and a cracker. But no one ever goes, hey, I put a bunch of, hey, you guys watching the ball game? Here's 50 fucking crackers that I put peanut butter on. I think people would be excited to get it.
Dude, if I went to like a party and I showed up and everyone was drinking wine and then I looked over at the table and there was peanut butter crackers, I'd be psyched. I've never seen it.
By the way, you're not going to be seeing a lot of people drinking wine anymore
I
because
know.
the tariffs are hitting.
100%.
This is so shitty.
It's fucked up.
It's really, really shitty.
Now, you don't think people will be happy with California wines or?
Well, it's not about that. It's like the amount of jobs that involve wine. It's wine, it's cheese, meats, a lot of different products from Europe. So there are a lot of businesses, people who import wine, people who sell wine, people at restaurants, specialty food shops. There's all kinds of things that will be affected by that. And the weird thing is, yes, I mean, you might have a California wine here and then, a New York State wine, you might have that. But the vast majority of people, like wine consumers, are buying European wine.
I had no idea that.
Yes.
I thought that we had pulled even with them.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to have to go back to that movie Bottle Shock and call them bullshit then. That's a movie that's like not a good movie, but because they're in that California wine country, I could watch that movie every fucking night of
Yeah.
my life and go to sleep watching it. Because I'll go like this. Wish I lived in a wine country. And then I drift off. I wish I had some crackers and peanut butter with it. I'm serious, folks. Super Bowl. Let's all make sure that one of the things that we offer
Yes.
is good chunky peanut butter
I like it.
and a nice cracker. Nice Ritz cracker we locked down south.
My mom, all the time for a snack, she would, I don't know if this is weird, but she'd put cream cheese on a saltine and give me like 20 of those. Like, here,
I've
Chris.
had that before.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And I've done it myself. I felt like I invented it.
I fucking love it.
It's not
All
bad.
right, my second
Satisfying.
food combo that I was going to mention involves cream cheese, and that is an Eggo waffle, cream cheese, and a little bit of jam on top.
Make it almost like a little sandwich, like a little bagel.
Like a little open face bagel.
Mhm.
Because to me, an Eggo, that's not a waffle. You know what I mean? If you have a
Some
waffle,
can I tell you
craving,
something? Some people prefer the Eggo to a waffle.
that's crazy. I mean, to me, they're almost like a different. It's a different.
I'll say
breed.
this: I've had so many waffle irons in my life because people will always give you a waffle iron. I go, it's not worth the
There's a lot of work.
to get a fucking frozen waffle is not that different in taste. And then waffle lovers fight with me over that.
Yeah.
But a waffle is so far down on what I want for breakfast because
Really?
it's cardboard.
I like a waffle. That's my second choice for sweet breakfast.
What's first?
French toast, by far.
Here's one of the things that I'll do with a waffle. I'll put a little butter on it and then some syrup.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You disgust me. But I also just want to mention my food combo. I have to give credit to Julie Cunningham, who showed me that in the first grade. She ate the Eggo waffle with the cream cheese and the jam, and I've been addicted to it through my adult life.
And that's something because it hit you when you were little.
Yes.
Delicious.
And the
that
weird
becomes
thing
comfort.
is, so many years later, this is a friend of mine from elementary school. We happened to be pregnant at the same time, her with her second baby, me with my first. And we found out that both of us craved it when we were pregnant. Isn't that weird?
It's weird.
But probably because it like reminds us of childhood or something. I'm sure it was like some sort of comfort food.
I also want to thank one of the Cunninghams. I want to thank Billy Cunningham for my outside jumper. Maybe the best white ball player of the 60s and 70s.
I mean, it's all for him.
This is how excited I was. There was a kid on my street, Italian family, and his dad did kind of construction work. And his job was to go to Billy Cunningham's house and dig the cellar to be deeper so there would be enough room for him.
Oh, my God.
I don't know why he had a 6-foot fucking ceiling. You would think back then, I guess they weren't making a lot of money.
Right.
I know they were flying regular. They would just catch a plane at the airport. The whole fucking teams back then.
Let's go to Matt in Texas, who has a weird food combination.
Yeah, I used to eat this ever since I was a kid. Regular Doritos, I dipped them in cottage cheese. It was the greatest thing ever.
No.
Nothing with cottage cheese is the worst fucking thing that ever happened.
Cottage and cheese is a bad combination.
Matter of fact, I'd go out of my way to say cottage cheese is not a cheese.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. Some fucking weird goop with fucking lumps.
The weird
Fuck
thing
that.
is,
Thanks for the backup.
I never have bought it in my adult life, but when I was a little kid, I'd be psyched on a salad bar because I would get a big bowl of cottage cheese and those canned peaches that they would put out in
That
the
used to
salad bar.
be like the old diet thing.
Yeah.
That's why that was there. People would
And
think,
I loved it.
I'm on a diet. I'm having syrupy peaches, just sitting in syrup. And some cottage cheese.
My mom would be like, "Why don't you get some salad?" No, I'm on my third bowl of cottage cheese and peaches, thanks.
That's the truth about Gail. She didn't eat a lot, but what she ate, she wouldn't stop eating. She was frightening sometimes. Ezra backs up the white rice and ketchup.
Oh my goodness, this is weird.
I'm gonna say, this sounds like some kind of a, poor people thing. Like we don't have enough.
Right.
Here, this should give your white rice a little taste.
But here's what I'm gonna add. Let's say that's the case, right? Buy yourself a little soy sauce. At least it goes with rice. Now you're still doing a 2-ingredient. Soy sauce isn't that expensive. Ketchup and rice make no sense.
It's a good point. Soy sauce is fucking good. You can get carried away with soy sauce.
Yeah. Let's go to G-Man. Hey, G-Man.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, G-Man, how do you feel about the Panthers' coaching change?
I actually like it.
Yeah.
I would rather take a chance on a guy that I don't know what he's going to do than hire somebody who's a known fucking just nobody like McCarthy.
Really? So you think McCarthy is a bum?
He had one of the best fucking quarterbacks to ever throw a football and only won one ring in 10 years.
Well, that's the way it happens with some of the greatest. You think of how many guys just get the one.
Most of them get
Favre
one.
only got one.
Favre got one. Flacco got one, but he was not one of the greats.
You're really going to Flacco now. Joe Namath only got one. Johnny Unitas. Huh. All right, G-Man, what do you got?
Hey, look, I was just calling to defend us ice milk drinkers. I have never had it with cereal, but since I was a child, doesn't matter the time of year, doesn't matter the time of day. If I'm having a glass of milk it's got ice in it.
Look,
And
I'm going to say this. I don't think your refrigerator is cold enough. I think if you, my refrigerator will be, my milk will be freezing cold.
Ice cold.
Now, so I'll defend myself by asking this question to you. You tell me, when you have a glass of milk, what are the best sips of that glass of milk? Is it the first couple when it's fresh out of the fridge, or is it the last few at the end of the meal where it's fucking room temperature and disgusting?
Dude, if you sit around and think I let my milk get warm, you don't know me at all.
I'm concerned that you said at the end of the meal, G-Man. What
I
meal?
know. What do you do? First of all, why is an adult having milk with his meal?
This isn't a cereal commercial.
But was I right, G-Man, about the film on an ice cube? Like, doesn't it get like a milk film?
It gets a little frothy towards the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm you know, I chug mine so fast too. It's basically just, you know, it's a nice ice cold temperature all the way through. That's why I like it.
All right. Look, I just got this on Twitter from Stacy Olson. She says Ritz cracker, peanut butter, ketchup, and horseradish.
Wait, hold on. Oh. That's not a good idea.
That's something I wouldn't give to ISIS prisoners.
That's cruel and unusual punishment.
Maddie says this, peanut butter on a warm English muffin is amazing. Of course it is.
Yeah,
that's easy.
I mean, I've done that many
Throw
times.
a little jelly on there and you fucking got yourself a full meal, Maddie.
PB&J, Sammy?
Yeah.
It's the best. Clay in New Mexico.
Yeah, when I was like 7 years old, I stayed at a friend's house, and his family ate cantaloupe covered in country gravy. I'm 40 years old now, and it still freaks me out to this day.
Yeah, that sounds like some meth head bullshit going down.
It also kind of sounds like those weird, like 1950s, you know, recipes. Like they would see those weird recipe books.
Jello mold people.
Yeah. Let's go to our buddy Lewis in Manhattan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I got a OCD about this, so it has to be a specific number. I have to have 2 pieces of little corn on the cob, 2 hard-boiled eggs. I put butter, pepper, salt, and hot sauce on it.
You put hot sauce on the corn?
I put on both.
That boiled egg.
I soak the boiled egg in the hot sauce, and I pour the hot sauce on the corn on the cob as well. Got a nice, sweet kind of, hot, spicy kind of taste to it.
And you have to have even numbers of it.
Yeah. I have to have 2 boiled eggs and 2 corn on the cob. No more, no less.
What you are discussing is mental illness. You know what I mean? When you're counting and all that even shit, it's a mental illness. You throw hot sauce into it, that's an African-American mental illness. Earl, what's with black people and hot sauce?
You got a hot bag. Do you have hot sauce in your bag, Swag?
No, I don't keep the hot sauce in my bag. Everyone I know has hot sauce on them at all times.
At
like,
all times.
why?
Because like it's a Swiss Army knife.
On
know that
everything.
I've done the whitest version of that I had maple syrup in my bag, Swag, because I have a diner that I really like in my neighborhood, but they always have the cheap maple syrup, and it doesn't really. I can't eat that stuff anymore.
You got to have the maple.
And I have to have pure.
Yeah.
It has to be pure. You can blame Pit Doc for that.
Yeah, Pit Doc gets the good maple syrup.
But I will bring it in my bag and put it. And I see people in the restaurant looking over like,
Fuck
where'd
'em.
you get that? I brought this
And when
from
people
home.
go, I'll go like this. They'll go, can I have the real maple syrup? They'll go, well, sir, that's $2 extra. I'm like, I got money.
Believe me.
You know what I mean?
Here's 4. I want to make sure I have enough.
I'm not going to go, ooh, $2 extra? No, forget it.
I like to have a bad meal.
Give me the cheapest stuff that you have. I'm already spending money. Fine.
Let's go to Aaron in Kentucky.
Hello?
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey.
I wanted to talk about, I'm a huge egg salad fan, and I happen to have a really good friend that works in a donut shop, and every now and then she'll hook me up with egg salad donuts.
I mean, this is a sad thing. That
Yeah,
you're
I don't like
discussing.
this. I don't like this.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do you
Is it?
slice?
Oh,
do you slice it so you're
It
eating like
changed your life.
Do you
No,
slice
look,
it like a sandwich?
Luther Vandross
No,
was
you-
eating burger donuts, and he had to be put in rehab for it.
Yeah. Oh.
Fat rehab camp. I mean, that's a sickness that you're
Yeah, there's something wrong
discussing.
with that.
A donut is fine. Egg salad is fine. You don't put them together.
Yeah.
Not in a society, okay, where we have to have rules about, this kind of behavior.
Dave in Columbus, what's your weird food combination?
Well, it's not weird to me, but maybe you guys. I love deep fried mushrooms dipped in cocktail sauce.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, you just don't need it. A deep fried mushroom is a delicious thing already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's already, you've gone
You want
that
the
far.
mushroom. You want the mushroom.
You want the umami flavor of the mushroom.
A cocktail sauce is good for some shrimp. Quality.
Tyler in North Dakota.
You got to go grape jelly on a grilled cheese sandwich. I've been doing it since I was a kid. It's the best thing ever.
Never heard of it before.
Initially that sounds gross, but then I think about it. It's not that different from what's the sandwich where it's like fried with the jelly and turkey and cheese.
Oh yeah, it's the
Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo.
So it's like a Monte Cristo, but you don't have all the other stuff. So I believe that it could actually taste good.
Here's one that says peanut butter between two Nilla wafers. Turn on Captain Kangaroo and I'm set. I don't know how anybody can make it through the captain. I used to be like, is he going to play a fucking cartoon?
Brandon in Utah.
Hey, one of my favorite things growing up, I had it at a Super Bowl party once and haven't stopped eating it since, but shrimp and chocolate pudding.
Why would you have that at a Super Bowl party?
Oh my God. First of all, I don't even like the idea of eating shrimp in Utah.
Oh, it's nowhere near the ocean. Enjoy. I remember one time they were like, I'm in Vegas, and they said, do you want some sushi? And I'm like, no.
No.
We're in the fucking desert. How are we getting sushi here?
I can't see the ocean. So no.
But I'm wondering, even like if you're in New York, where does that sushi come from? Is it coming from Long Island, or are they flying in from the Pacific?
Yeah, it must
You know
be.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a headspace thing.
Yeah, it's more like a vibe. Like you don't want to be in the desert eating sushi.
It's unnatural.
I've been to the desert with a horse with no name.
Why didn't you name him?
So fucking hot out there. But it felt good to get out of the rain. At first.
Tom in Oklahoma, what's your food combo?
Hey, guys, happy 2020.
To you too.
2020, y'all.
Hey, I had a roommate in college who did an internship in a soy sauce factory, and he come out with cases of the stuff. So I got the idea to dump it on just a plain cheese pizza. Sounds weird, but it's really good. Those two combinations are great.
No.
No, thank
I
you.
mean, these are two foods that I like, but they will never meet.
No, it's like that ranch shit on pizza.
Yeah, it's because you don't have good pizza. So you're doing something, you know what I mean? So we announced the Comedy of the Year stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Comedian of the Year, Shane Gillis. And, I mean, we were all happy to do it. But we found out that he may have said some stuff on a podcast that we're going to wait before we hand out the award.
That's a good idea.
Let's
check it out.
Gee, I'm hoping not to hear this, and I'm hoping that everything is going to be fine. I'm hoping this is just a rumor. Obviously, the things that he said are not the views of the Bennington Show or the interrobang.com or the United States Constitution.
Is there any way that this could have been a deep fake? Like it's not him.
I don't know how the deep fakes work. If I
Me
see a
either.
deep fake, it's just the same to me. There's no different. You did it if I see a deep fake. Photoshop. There was some congressman who was passing around a Photoshop with Obama with the Iranian fucking, you know what I mean?
That's
Those
great.
two guys were just hugging each other.
Look at this.
Yeah.
This came up on my Facebook. Hey, John in Kansas.
Hey, I similar to a guy a few calls back, except we're a little different. I would take Doritos, and instead of cottage cheese, I would dump them in sour cream when I was a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I understand. Kids are stupid and they're ridiculous. You know what I mean? The kids play doctor with each other and pull down each other's pants. Ian Finance went down on his friend in first grade. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hold him to that, even though he still goes down on guys. But if they're wearing a dress.
Zach in Savannah.
Hey, my dad used to eat a can of sardines with mustard and drink a big glass of buttermilk along with it.
Oh.
Yeah, he grew up pretty poor.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like something an Okie would do back in the Dust Bowl days.
It's all he had.
I don't think I've ever eaten a sardine out of the can.
No.
I don't think I've ever done it.
No, I had a grandfather that did it, though.
I had a neighbor.
They throw it on bread.
A neighbor, little boy, who would just walk around eating.
I mean, we eat sushi. You know what I mean?
I know, but something about the canned in the oil, like just resting in the oil.
The thing
or
is, I
something.
do like the way the can opens. Like
Oh, yeah, it
just
is cool.
opens, it's the best opening of a can ever.
We don't use that enough.
Well, we don't have many cans left. You know what I mean? If you get food in a can now, you're like, what is there, trouble?
Is everything all right? Hey, Victor in Long Island.
Oh, Happy New Year, Bennington family.
Okay.
My family, as an hors d'oeuvre, would serve cream cheese on salami spread out with patenti garlic dills rolled up in it. And I tell people about it, and they look at me like I'm crazy, but I talked the lady into trying it or buying it at a supermarket recently, and I saw her a little bit later, a couple days later after New Year, and she said it was delicious. Everybody loved it.
Victor, I like how you're like Johnny Salami and Cheese Cream Seed, going around trying to spread this wherever you go.
Guess what? I'm going to try it.
I want to ask Vito, because we haven't talked to him about it all. We know that he was a fat child. You know what I mean? That he was going to
a fat Italian child.
Yeah, he was going to eat what he had to eat.
I really like a toasted bagel with cream cheese with like
Really?
a sizzling hot bacon in the cream cheese.
It's not that weird.
No.
Sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
I'd like
You're
it.
fine, Vito.
Okay.
You're okay.
How's that girlfriend of yours?
She's doing well.
Did you give her bronchitis?
Yeah. Yesterday I spoke to her and her throat was all fucked up. So.
Oh, no.
I'm blowing you. She got bronchitis of the pussy. You're really in deep, though, huh? This is the real deal.
Yeah, this is a serious relationship.
Serious as you've ever been?
I mean, I moved in with somebody, but other than that,
So you
yeah.
loved your last girlfriend more?
No, I didn't love my last girlfriend
That
more.
was true love.
Then make the commitment, dude.
No, I mean this is
Make the
early.
commitment.
This is much too soon to move in with somebody.
Why?
How
To
soon
like
is
start
it?
hating her?
It's been like 3 months.
I
Nah,
don't
that's
believe.
fine.
Look, I believe if it ain't going to work out in the first week, it ain't ever going to work out. I swear to God, I don't think that you can go years. I mean, we're talking about moving in, not getting pregnant or married.
It's not permanent.
If you don't know right away, I'm comfortable with this person.
Yeah.
Then you ain't.
Have her move in with you and Leslie.
That's not realistic.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Why not?
Bed size?
Bed size, it's a twin bed. I mean,
Because Leslie be like this. This is the way Vito likes to eat it. This way. You're making it the wrong way. Vito likes his food this way.
He liked a little bacon on that
Yeah.
bagel.
You got to get a little crispier. Put it right in the cream cheese while it's still hot. That's the way my Vito likes it.
the three of us watched a movie together, and it was one of the worst
Porn?
experiences. No,
Poison Ivy. Soft porn.
We watched Marriage Story, and I kept just having to pause it because they kept having just side conversation that didn't pertain to the movie.
Oh my God, they're alike.
Yeah. What were they saying? I wouldn't put up with his nonsense.
Why did he punch that wall?
I've had
I mean, that's aggressive.
more debates about Marriage Story than any movie this year.
Yeah.
And it isn't about, we don't fight about the movie, we fight about the circumstances.
Right.
I think the guy was 90% wrong. The woman was 10% wrong. And most people are like, and women are saying, they were each 50%, you know?
I don't think so. I think he was more so.
I thought he was a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And I thought he fucked up her career, which I hated most of all.
Yeah, that to me was really sad.
And then shoved it in her face and acted like he did her a favor.
Oh, yeah. And see, here's the thing. I know who he's talking about. You know what I mean? I know who his ex-wife is. She's fucking great. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that was the thing that polluted me.
Could
like,
be.
how could you do this to your ex-wife? Your kid's mother.
Right.
You know?
People write what they know.
Yes, that fucker does. That's for sure. He never fucking had a sci-fi idea in his life. Chris, you watch this with your chick?
I did not watch it. I saw one part of it. I saw one fight, and I was on his side, but I had no idea what was going on.
Is
Well,
when
why would you see one part
He
of
was
it?
on his side because he started punching and throwing things around.
Yeah, you like that because he fucking physically started.
What did you do? You like chopped your couch up with a samurai sword? or
No,
something?
I had just had knee surgery, and it was a very heated argument. And then I picked up the fucking, because she wouldn't stop. And then I fucking pick up the fucking cane, and I break it against my fucking wall.
I like my version better. That he
Yeah.
chopped up his couch with a samurai
Ah.
sword.
But here was the thing.
I wish this was you.
This is what they were fighting about. She was getting mad because he was leaving his bloody bandages all over the apartment. What was the fight about?
I can't remember at this point.
Your weight?
You can't.
Possibly.
What was it? She got tired of using the M word all the time?
No.
I'm on her side.
Oh, she was fine with it.
You know he was in the right because he just said he had enough of her shit. And
no, I said
I've had enough of her shit. Yeah, that's usually.
I'm
against
tired of fucking making you feel okay about yourself. I just had fucking knee surgery. I'm out the rest of the season. All right, Gail, who do you think is going to break up first, Vito or Chris?
Oh, shit.
Well, that's a good one.
I'm going to be
Let's
honest.
put some money down.
I'm
Let's
gonna
say
be
whoever
honest.
loses owes the other person 100.
It's going to be Vito.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm
I'll play that. I'll lay that cash down.
I didn't think that that's where
You
I
know
was gonna
why?
go, but
Your
I'm
chick
sorry.
is more high maintenance. Yeah, his chick is fucking Central America. She's fucking. He
She's
can bring
cool.
a parrot home and she's fucking.
She's an independent
happy.
woman.
She
you know,
can
she's
hang.
She's
Yeah.
fucking down. She's down with
But
it.
look, if you think about it, he was in like some fucking 15-year relationship before something.
8
He's
years.
still in the rebound phase on
You're
this.
elderly, Chris.
I am old.
No, here's why I think this. Because she's already seen the worst of him and she's still there.
Yeah.
Like, they're in for the long haul then. Like, if she really knows Chris now, I think.
By the way, Mr. Red Apple wrote to us on Twitter and he said that caller with the sardines and buttermilk is a liar. That's a bit from Sam Roberts. I call BS. I'm going to believe you then, Mr.
Yeah.
Red Apple.
I always believe Mr. Red Apple.
Lou wants to know who was jealous and squealed on Shane Gillis. I don't want to say who the person was, but apparently he said some stuff that was pretty bad.
Mm.
It had to do with the bunghole. And what he would like to do to someone's bunghole.
The most sacred of holes.
Yes. There's no doubt about it. I mean,
Are you
it,
serious, dude?
it already has a
How's
fucking...
that the most sacred
It
of
has a
holes?
purpose already.
That's crazy.
It's the hole. If it's injured, you're most pissed off
There's
about.
nothing sacred about that hole.
There's nothing
That's a
but
garbage
sacredness
hole.
around the
There's another
bunghole.
hole that gives life to a child.
Yeah, but you only use that a couple of times where the bung is
See-
used hopefully on a daily basis.
The
Believe me,
bung-
I use it a lot.
Everyone's got a bunghole. That's 100%. That's what makes it sacred.
Oh, so your problem is men don't have vaginas. What about that fucking dick hole of yours? It's always all cruddied up.
Just because it's universal, I would
Yeah.
make that less sacred.
Everyone knows the bunghole. Half of people know the badge hole.
Jesus Christ, are you drinking? You're coming in like you're going to fucking bust up the couch.
Yeah. Chill out, Gail.
Just saying.
And that was fucking great. A lot of people are saying that they could fix that fucking tape.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish they would.
Vito, do you still have it?
No.
What?
Why would you
threw it
get rid of
out?
it? You don't know what we were talking about? We were talking about the Chris drunk tape where he kept yelling, "Chill out, Gail."
Oh no, I don't have that. It got deleted. We don't. That was part of
But you
the.
do have the physical.
There is no physical.
Oh.
No, the CD that was corrupted.
You realize
No.
that you fucking lost the funniest thing that we ever left.
I know, and it.
It's the hardest I laughed in my life. And the sad thing is, Chris blacks out and can't even remember it.
I just have to
I know.
trust you guys.
And like, here's the thing: like, it takes a lot to get you like
That
laughing
kind of
that
laughing.
hard. And he had 2 spit takes within that exact 2.
You were so
One that was
funny.
like close and it was in your hand. The next one you had to run to the
Here was the thing.
trash can.
First of all, when he was yelling, "Just chill out, Gail, chill out," like he stayed at that level for so long.
He did.
And it was that he acted like a guy who was married to his own sister.
Yeah.
And fighting with her. I mean, it was so fucking weird.
I mean,
And-
what happened was he was he was kind of acting weird, and then I made the comment that he was behaving like a jealous boyfriend, and then he went full into
Right.
that, full tilt, and would not let go.
And like
we
at
could
first,
not breathe.
At first, this was so funny. So he was saying like, "Chill out," when it seemed like you were interrupting him when he was making his drunken point. So we were laughing hard at that. But then it was like, if you said anything about, you know what I mean? He just wanted you totally silent. And it was because you were drunk, man. You were whiskey drunk.
Yeah.
You had a whiskey drink. You had a vodka drink.
You had a lager drink. You had a cider drink.
Had a time to remember all the times.
Fucking songs.
You were like
Was it?
samurai couch drunk.
I was sober during that argument with my ex-girlfriend.
No way.
I might
no
have had a
one busts
couple.
something up when they're sober.
No.
If anything, you might have had a sugar fucking dip. People don't realize most fucking that stuff comes from like a drop in sugar
Yeah.
when you're that kind of fucking furious in the car.
Yeah.
But I always wonder about this. Like, you ever been like, you're driving with your buddy, and you'll go, "What do you want to eat? Pizza or tacos?" You know, you're taking like a road trip, and he'll go, "I don't care." So you just pull into a taco place. But if you say to your chick, "What do you want to eat? Pizza or tacos?" and she's like, "I don't care," you're like, "I know you fucking," you know what I mean? Like, because she didn't pick.
Right, exactly. You don't do that to your friend.
You don't do that to your friend. You don't
No.
fucking give a shit. Or you don't get mad at your friend for going tacos when you want pizza.
Yeah.
But you will if you're in a relationship. And I think women do it too to men.
Yes, they do.
But I think men do it more. But like, I gave you you won't fucking think about just picking one. I fucking asked you to pick one. I really don't matter to me.
It does. It fucking does.
I'll
But the
fucking
truth of it
take a hammer and kill you with it.
Just like you said, it matters to everyone. Like if your friend says, "I don't care," like they actually do. Like everyone has an opinion if they want tacos or pizza. That's wildly 2 different foods.
Right. But sometimes you don't care what food you eat.
Yeah, but you'll know once they pull in, and then you're like, "Oh, I did want
But
those."
see,
tacos.
I don't think you would do that to your friend.
Yeah,
like if
you
he
wouldn't.
pulled into the taco thing and you really want a pizza, you wouldn't fucking go. But I wanted to. But I think you would do that with your significant other.
Right.
And
That's
then-
because the people closest to you, you treat the shittiest always.
You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. It is true. We treat the people like, I think the people that we treat the shittiest of all are the people who gave birth to us.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Everyone's rough on their mom.
And they give you everything.
They give you everything. They give you life. Look at the way Vito treats his mom.
Treat you like shit.
Like,
I don't.
Hey, I'm watching a movie. Would you shut up about your fucking opinions about this? What was their opinions on
It
Marriage
wasn't
Story?
even about the movie. They were just. It was before we went.
Guys, they banged?
No, it was before we went to Christmas.
He sounds so bad. I'm worried about him.
Yeah, me too.
And they would just start talking, and then I'd pause it, and I'd go, "Yeah, that's going to be interesting, but I wonder what's going to happen next in Marriage Story."
Oh, you're already like that with your girlfriend, huh?
I just really wanted to watch the movie. I don't understand why people have to chit chat their movies.
Did you guys have a 3-way that night?
Dude, I don't
Chris.
fuck my mom, okay?
You don't even have to say that, Vito. We know.
We know that you don't.
I don't have Chris Hansen on my ass like some people.
That's Chris
Yeah,
Stanley. Got a
that's
Chris
his
That
Stanley.
was paid for.
Oh. Now, here's the thing. I hate that, and I hate anyone who takes a fucking phone call when anything's on TV.
Yeah.
Can you go in the other room? You know, because
You
now,
gotta step aside.
you know, the phone's there.
Yeah.
Go in the other room.
You have to.
I don't get mad if you text him when I'm watching my show.
But if your mom does it, don't yell at her.
You gotta be nicer to your mom, everybody.
You know, everyone always goes like, "Oh, they gave birth to you." Like that's just one
That's
thing.
just the
That's
beginning.
one. It's every day for the rest of their life.
That's true.
And then you rely on your mom. You know, everyone is always like, "Oh, you know, when the kids are out of the house." Like, no, you're gonna parent your child
Because they're
forever.
gonna call you when they're sad, or
Yeah.
they're gonna hey mom, she doesn't like me, and your mom's gonna be there. You're not gonna say that to your dad.
Right. And then when they give you advice, you're just like, "No, mom."
You don't understand. There's not a million jobs. That's the only job in New York.
Just forget it then, mom, if you don't care.
If you don't fucking know anything since the 1940s.
You know, Kurt Vonnegut I think it was in Slapstick, in the
Yeah.
book Slapstick, he was talking about like how you're cruelest to the people that you're close to, the people that you love.
Wise, Vonnegut,
And so
wise.
he says a little less love and a little more common decency. Like, don't love me, just treat me decent. It's actually a better
I think
relationship.
the only people that you should ever have relationships with are kind people. Now, I would end up spending my life alone, so I would have had to learn to change my attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But kindness is the number one fucking thing to like in anybody. Friend,
Yeah.
anybody. And also, I say this. Just because someone's in your family, it doesn't mean that they can be fucking mean to you.
Yeah. That's true.
I used to have a friend. He bitched about his mom every day. I go, well, and then he would take his vacations and go home. I go, don't go home. He goes, I have to. It's my mom. I go, then don't bitch. You know what I mean? If you have this high respect, then don't bitch.
But if somebody doesn't deserve your attention, just like you're saying, like you wouldn't give that. You wouldn't put up with a level of cruelty from anyone.
The only person I put up with that was Chris Stanley.
Yeah. He
Fucking-
beats the shit out of
He,
you.
he fucking
No.
picks CRM over me. He picks hip hop over me.
Never.
Don't make me bring up the fucking occasion. I don't believe that it's not haunting you every day. Now I'm mad that it's not haunting them every day. I feel like it should be. Vito treats me very kindly, though.
Yeah. Well, he's a good boy, that's why.
No, Vito, here's the thing. When I get sick, you got to check on me. Hey,
Uh-huh.
buddy, you okay?
100%.
You would never.
Because you were the only one that reached out to me. These
Well,
other,
I reached out.
you said thoughts and prayers.
No, I did not.
He has fucking bronchitis.
I
You know-
said feel better.
Not even get better, just feel better.
By the way, Fezzi's been down sick with that for like 2 fucking weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He thinks it's from, they brought his nephews over to play with him.
And they had bronchitis?
Nope.
Oh.
They just pushed him too hard.
Yeah.
And then-
Got bronchitis.
I know, that's the kind of shit that can fuck up your lungs forever. Because I smoked my way through every bronchitis.
Mhm.
The doctor told
a
me
cure.
the smoke cuts through.
Through the bronchioles.
Well, let's do this. What do you say? We take a little break here. Louis Katz is coming by a little later on today. Somebody picked him as the breakout comedian of the year.
It was Dave Attell.
Yeah.
Oh, remember yesterday you took my good papers away?
Sorry about that.
Sorry, or why were you laughing? I like when he brings in the stuff. He likes to stay while we read it.
Yeah. Just to
Make sure we don't fuck it up. I appreciate
Stares
that.
daggers at us as we
Yeah.
do it.
Sometimes he'll put his finger over each word, so I get them all.
Dish.
I'll tell you, Earl's kind.
Oh yeah, he is. He's a kind
Out of
man.
all the three of them, Earl's the kindest.
Yeah. Thoughtful. Gentle.
The least kindest is Chris.
Yeah, he's
You
hard.
know that, though.
I know that, but I'm working on it.
How?
I'm not. That was a lie. I just lied.
There's a song
Didn't think you'd ask a follow-up question.
that I literally pick Chris Stanley all the time when I hear this line. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. He'll break up your new couch and make your belly ouch. Killer on the road, Stanley, yeah.
Does that mean he stabbed her in the belly
I
too?
didn't kill anyone.
Can I start this one? I'm getting a little bored with the way
Sure,
we do
yeah.
it. Dish Network has just developed a new Dish voice remote. Now, that has got the Google Assistant built in, your favorite game day recliner becomes a total home command center. Just say the word, and the remote does the rest. It's awesome.
Want to know a backup quarterback stats? Ask the remote. Want to watch a different game? Just press the mic button on the remote and say Game Finder. It can even turn down the thermostat if you get into a heated argument about whether or not the receiver's knee was down before he got to the goal line.
The point is, if you want a remote that makes watching the game better, Houston, we have no problems. The Dish Voice Remote with the Google Assistant, your TV, and a whole lot more are at your command. Dish, tuned into you.
Voice functionality requires internet-connected Hopper and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show!
It's a new year, the perfect opportunity to take your business to the next level by hiring the right people. But finding qualified candidates can be challenging. To keep growing your team, you need the right tools to help your hiring keep your hiring streamlined and efficient. Luckily, ZipRecruiter makes hiring easy.
ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. But they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invite them to apply to your job.
As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates, so you never miss a great match. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get quality candidate through the site within the first day.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/Bennington. That's ZipRecruiter.com/BENNINGTON. ZipRecruiter.com/Bennington. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
We'll be right back. Faction Talk 103, the Bennington Show.
Here's what you missed on the Covino and Rich Show.
Without the beard, if it wasn't popular, there'd be a clean-shaven goober.
You ever see pictures of Abe Lincoln without his beard?
Dude, without the beard,
7 years ago.
with the beard,
7 years ago.
yeah, it only worked against him once because without the beard, terrible seats at the theater. With the beard, balcony.
Covino and Rich, weekdays at 11 a.m. East, 8 a.m. Pacific, only on Faction Talk 103.
The NFL playoffs continue with the divisional round doubleheader Saturday afternoon on Sirius XM NFL Radio at 4:35 Eastern. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers.
Garoppolo back. He's going to throw to the end zone. Caught by George Kittle right on the goal line.
And at 8:15 Eastern, the Tennessee Titans take on the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar Jackson going to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. And you can hear the MVP chant.
After the game, NFL Radio has complete post-game coverage. Hear it all on Channel 88 on the Sirius XM app.
The following statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Amberen trials tested mild to moderate symptoms. Testimonials based on 90 days of use. Results may vary. IRI US and ULO 52 weeks 714-19 by UPC.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Retton. All my life, I've had energy. Energy to win gold and raise my daughters. But when menopause hit me with the hot flashes and night sweats, I began to feel sluggish every day. Then I discovered Amberen.
Amberen is clinically shown to relieve 12 menopause symptoms. In fact, in a clinical trial, after 90 days of using Amberen, 91% of women had reduced hot flashes, 87% had better sleep, 77% had more energy. Amberen is estrogen-free.
I like the fact that Amberen is not a drug and that it's clinically tested, safe, and effective. Now, thanks to Amberen, my fear of hot flashes is gone. My night sweats are less and my energy's back. Amberen works. Give Amberen a try and see what it can do for you.
Hurry to your Walmart, Walgreens, Target, and other fine stores and see why Amberen is America's #1 menopause relief supplement.
Say you're shopping online with your smartphone.
It sure feels like your personal info is right there in your hand. But when you hit submit, your personal info gets around. Whenever you bank, shop, or browse online, your private info is no longer in your control, leaving you vulnerable to cyber criminals. More threats demand more protection. That's why Norton and LifeLock are now part of one company. Norton 360 with LifeLock provides all-in-one membership for your cyber safety that gives you device security, identity theft protection, a VPN for online privacy, and more. No one can prevent all cybercrime and identity theft, but Norton 360 with LifeLock is your ally in today's connected world. 'Cause your info is out there! Sign up today for Norton 360 with LifeLock and save 25% or more off your first year by going to norton.com/Sirius. That's norton.com/Sirius for 25% off.
Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, talks about timeshare cancellation.
If I could help everybody that has been lied to when buying a timeshare, I would. But the honest truth is, I can't. And those that are telling you that they can without knowing the specifics of your timeshare, well, they're lying too. But if you were misled when buying a timeshare, if you were told your timeshare was a great investment or your maintenance fees would never go up, I might be able to help. 10 years ago, I was sued for millions of dollars by a timeshare giant in federal court with everything to lose. My home, my money, my kids' future. But I fought. I won because I fought for what was right, helping folks that have been lied to cancel their timeshare. Unfortunately, we can't help everyone, but I guarantee you if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare contract or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-656-1551. 800-656-1551. 800-656-1551.
Bennington is back, and this is Faction Talk 103. It's the Bennington Show.
Welcome to What a Joke with Papa and Fortune. I'm Tom Papa.
And I'm Fortune Feimster.
Here's stand-up clips from Netflix and interviews that take you inside comedy.
We have Marlon Wayans.
Because I come from a comedy family, right? I take this so seriously.
Whitney Cummings.
The thing that means the most is what other comics think.
What a joke.
Leno called me and was like, great jokes per minute. Like, he sort of broke the whole thing down for me, and that felt good.
Netflix is a joke radio. Sirius XM Channel 93.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping, always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter the station's exclusive code at checkout, DOLL, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's DOLL, DOLL, DOLL.
It's Peter Tilden for Natron's Healthy Trinity Probiotics. You've heard the term probiotics for a long time, but you probably don't know what they are. Well, Dr. Chris Diadamo, he teaches medical students and physicians about nutrition and health, and he can explain it to you.
Choose a probiotic with bacterial species shown in clinical studies to improve your digestive health, boost your immune system, and even promote positive emotional states. Don't be deceived by flashy advertising promising sky-high bacterial counts, blends combining dozens of bacterial species with unknown effects, and other cheap tricks. Choose quality over quantity. Choose Natron's Healthy Trinity, the original, clinically supported category leader in probiotics.
Probiotic is a living culture, and to be effective, it needs to be kept refrigerated from manufacturing all the way till you use it. So avoid those shelf-stable probiotics that may have been sitting on a loading dock at over 100 degrees. They're all fried up. Feel the Natron difference. Get Natron's Healthy Trinity. It's in your probiotic cooler section at Whole Foods, Sprouts, your favorite health food store, or you can go online at natron.com. That's natron.com, natren.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Don't you love that feeling when you've just nailed your look? When someone you barely even know comes up to you and says, "Oh, I love that outfit. Where did you get it?" That's how it feels to use Stitch Fix. They're a personal styling service. Tell them what you love, and they send great clothes for you to try on at home. Stitch Fix is simple. Sign up in just a few minutes. Tell them about the brand you love and the looks that make you feel great. Stitch Fix is convenient. Get everything delivered right to you, so you can try on new styles in the comfort of your own home. Stitch Fix is on your terms and priced to fit your budget. There's no subscription required, ever. Keep what you want and send back anything you don't. So, isn't it time you started nailing your look? Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, personal styling for women, men, and kids. Stitch Fix, personal styling for everybody.
And right now it's time to kick out the jams, motherfucker!
It's 2020 and it's time to kick out the jams, just like the MC5 did. You know what? I think that maybe should be the new tagline for the United States of America.
I would love that.
We're here to kick out the jams.
Yeah. We need a good tagline.
Yes.
Sum everything up. Kick out the jams. That's what we do.
Kick out the jams, United States of America.
Do we use the MFers or no?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, good.
Because as you can tell, people are very comfortable with that now. We're saying it on network TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're saying it in kid shows, which I think is weird. But
they're telling kids to kick out the motherfucking jams. Louis Katz is going to be here in a little bit. He's got a podcast called Roadheads. And it's about people who are on the road. The roadheads.
yeah. Well, you know, the road is fucking hard.
The road is fucking hard, but it's also my home.
Mm-hmm.
My home, the road, my home. I hope to die on the road, far away from everyone.
That's sad.
I don't know whether you're familiar with Chet Hanks. He seems to be
the hot hand.
He's the hot hand in the Hanks family. And everyone in the Hanks family is so proud of him for getting sober. You know, he was all whacked out for a while. He's a hibbity hop kid. He loves the hibbity hop.
He does, yeah.
But this is when they interviewed him on the red carpet at the Golden Globes. This is him talking.
Oh my God. Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chatana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want saying? Me father Tom Hanks presenting in a what, soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
I know his dad's a nice guy, but shouldn't you go over and smack your kid in the back of the head? Now, was that offensive to you, Earl? Is that cultural appropriation?
There's a word I'm going to say. I was like, Wig, are you crazy? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I think that he feels close to that community. What is that called when you speak that kind of...
it starts with a P, and I don't know.
Patois?
Patois.
Yeah, that's it.
Because remember the mayor of Toronto was doing the same thing. He's like, me like to be out here. And you're just like, dude. And he goes, no, I do this all the time with people I know, but you don't know everybody.
Yeah, this doesn't work like that.
I think with your friends, yeah, you guys are cool with it, sure.
I mean, really only Ali G can do it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but we laugh at him.
So is this with the youngest Hank's brother, I guess? Or I'm just trying to...
Who cares where they are in the family?
Where he ranks.
Earl, how do you spell weird?
Weird, W-E-I-R-D.
Why did you put W-E-L-R-D?
No, I'm reading it here, and it says weird food combo.
Would you come over and take a look at this? Because are you trying to tell me that somebody...
No, I'm looking right at it here.
Must be a deep fake, you said?
Yeah.
See, that's not the one that Earl would be controlling. This would have been the one that Earl would have been controlling at this moment.
But I'm looking at the screen.
But Earl,
it's the same
screen,
thing.
No, it's not. That's
the one that you...
Earl, you got busted. They fucking screen cap.
Again, I'm looking at one thing,
Earl,
I'm looking at the other.
I'm telling you, the screen you're looking at is not connected to this screen.
I'm just saying what it is.
But
I'm looking at what is here. That's all
We're
I'm
not saying that you didn't eventually fucking fix it. But you did put it up wrong.
Right. If I put it up wrong, I'm sorry. But
Did you eventually fix it?
According to this, I did.
According to this.
Earl, again.
He won't just say.
There's nothing to say. I'm trying to say. I'm looking at the screen.
Keeps you
It's
safe.
spelled W-E-I-R-D.
Now.
Yes. And then, I don't know if it was spelled the wrong way before. I don't know.
This is driving me crazy because he's not listening. If I change anything on this screen, it doesn't change anything on that screen.
So that was the one that Chris programmed.
That was the one Chris put in.
What did I just start with? I said, I'm looking at what's in front of me. That's it.
But this
if
isn't
it's wrong
yours.
in here, I'm wrong then. I'm wrong. But I'm looking at what's in front of me. That's what I'm saying.
But what's in front of you means nothing.
The other one says Wellard food combinations.
Earl, you got busted. It's not a big deal. Not everybody's a good speller.
No, I'm just okay.
I'm bad.
People
at
make
it.
mistakes. I mean,
Earl
if I
went
made a
to
mistake,
college,
I'm
but he only
sorry.
got an associate's degree. He was the last person in this country to get an AA.
Forgot that exists.
Yeah,
I made a
know.
mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you wouldn't be screaming at Vito if you were sorry.
But Vito's trying to direct it this other way, and I'm just saying I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm saying
But
I'm
the way
looking at
you're
what's in
yelling
front
at
of
him
me.
doesn't mean that you're accepting responsibility.
I'm accepting responsibility now. I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
I'm not directing anything towards anybody. I'm just a bearer of truth, guys.
Yeah.
You're the bear of truth. Polly in Niagara Falls.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to speak on Shaba Hanks. Like, you talk like an asshole on the red carpet, your old man, Tom Hanks. Like, there's a time and a place for that. I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't really think it's a cultural appropriation thing. There's white people in Jamaica, too.
Yeah, but they don't talk that way.
Yeah, and also
No, I get
they're
it.
not
I get
Chet
it.
Hanks.
They speak. Those white people speak the King's English down there.
No, listen, I get it, too. But, you know, he's in the rap game, so he feels like he's got to put on a certain facade.
Is he
but
still in the rap game? Does anybody know?
I know
In the
that
rap
he was
game.
going like as Chet. I think Hayes right?
Yeah, Chet Hayes. He didn't want his dad's rap career to, be the
He's
reason
tired
he
of
got
living
there.
in his shadow.
I guess it was a whirl food combination that he did. Earl, did you apologize for screaming at Vito at least?
Oh, he was coming at me wrong, and I got it over.
Oh, shit. Coming at you wrong. Now, what was he doing wrong?
No, he was just like, what?
Oh, how's your mic not on?
No, because my headphones were not working. That's what I was trying to fix.
That doesn't turn off the mic.
No, I didn't want to do it with a mic on. That's all.
Oh, God, Earl. How long you been in radio now?
A long time. But I'm just saying, my headphones came out. I didn't want to fix them on the air.
But then you started talking with the mic off.
Was not aware it was off. That's
because you didn't have your headphones on. I mean, this reminds me of that spelling mistake that you had earlier. Should I just leave you alone for a while, Earl?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know.
Was it Chet that upset you so much? Maybe shook you?
Yeah, I just don't get the whole, you can respect the culture, but to me, it doesn't seem like he's respecting the culture. It's almost like he's mocking the culture.
But we feel that way when you spell our words wrong. You know what I mean? We feel like you're making fun of white people.
I'm not making fun of white people. I love white people.
Like you love them how much?
Too much.
Not as much. I mean, I love black people. And I love everybody.
Stop it, Earl. You sound like a pervert. If I was going to be totally honest, you sound like a pervert.
Someone who wants to have sex with everybody?
Yeah. Now, Earl told me he would do nothing for the Australian fire relief because I'm not going to help them at all.
Why?
But then he found out that these nude models are selling pics of himself. He said, give me 6.
I saw this story, and I saw one of the models, like, they showed one of the pictures she sent out, and they, like, blurred it out.
Yeah.
But I was shocked. When I saw it, I was like, okay, so, like, she's going to send a topless photo, a little cheesecake. No, this was, like, bent over, multiple holes were in range. Like, they really take it seriously.
Let's take a look at this.
You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a joke. They are,
Earl,
they're
we
really
need-
committed.
We need you to catch up with this story. You're in the Big Chris spot.
Trying to find a story. And some of the Instagram photos
the
were
iPad.
taken down.
But how much? Why would they do it on Instagram? How are they getting the money from you? Someone's just
So
gonna
they Venmo you. So you give them your Venmo.
Oh, and they're going to then they email
will
the picture.
then they'll DM or I guess.
That's very sweet of them, though.
It's really nice. And
But how many bungholes you got to show before you get? That's a nice shot of her.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking you're gonna get a little cheesecake, so I was shocked to see multiple holes.
Not only that, but it looks like she's dripping cream pie.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
So yeah, and of course, Instagram then I think shut down one of their accounts for doing it, and I don't even think they were posting.
Fuck you, Instagram! We're trying to save the fucking continent of Australia.
And I don't think she was posting any nude photos publicly. I think she was only DMing, and they were like, "No, you can't use this service for this." But it's for good cause.
I mean, according to the story, they raised $500,000 in one day.
Good for them.
What's Instagram ever done? Nothing.
Nothing from nobody.
I don't care.
All right, tell me how you like this story. If you agree or disagree, we're all familiar with Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going to be in a movie called Going Electric as Bob Dylan when Bob Dylan plugged in. Good idea? Bad idea? Don't know. Don't wait to see if this idea works or not.
Good idea. I'm excited about it. I'm interested in the casting. I think he's a young go-getter. I'd like to see what he does with it. I think it would be a cool thing to see dramatized.
Vito, Timothy Chalamet as young Bob Dylan.
I think it makes sense. I mean,
Earl Douglas.
Bad idea. I think they're going to screw up the story.
Why?
They're going to. Because they always screw up the story. They always try to find a tilt or a lean that goes away from what actually happened. And rock biopics haven't been very good.
But here's the thing. What I like about it is it's going to be a specific era of time. It's not like a big, sprawling story of Dylan's life. it's probably going to be specific to one event or time.
Yeah, well, that is true. It's about him plugging in.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think those are more successful rather than like, let's start when he was a boy and go through their life story.
what about the Doors movie? You didn't like that?
I've seen the Doors movie 3 times. I think they completely distorted the story. I think it went away from the essence of what that band was about, and it kind of almost like a bad fever dream at various points.
Wow.
I enjoyed that movie a lot when I was a kid.
I enjoyed it when it came out. I
Yeah.
didn't go back and watch it.
I haven't
anymore,
watched it
though.
in years, but I used to watch it a lot when I was young.
I like when Jim Morrison said, "I'll be a huckleberry."
I mean, I was so young when I would watch that film that I was confused about psychedelic drugs and was like, because the way they shot it in the film, I thought everyone goes on the same trip. And so when I learned that that's not how it worked, I was like, what? That sounds terrifying. So you're just seeing your own shit? That's terrifying. I thought it was something you
I
could do
think
with your
sometimes
friends.
that you are doing it with your friends, and you guys are all
Right, because you
chill
can
to
get
it.
like similar effects.
Yeah.
But like
Not-
I thought we were all going to go to the desert. We were all going to see the same like exact things.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see the same hallucination, but
Right.
sometimes you don't even hallucinate when you're tripping. You know what I mean? No one will go, "Did you see that goat?" No,
No.
I didn't. I'm going to be totally honest.
But these trees are melting.
Yeah. And melting is because you don't have another word for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it looked to me, because people say melting, but I always think it looks more like growing, like it's moving.
Yeah,
like,
kinda
outward,
shimmering.
like outward.
Right. Now, the person that's going to play Robbie Robertson in this, Chet Hanks. He's going to play him as a Jamaican. You know, I got to tell you, did you see the other Dylan movie where they had 7 different people who played
Yes,
Dylan?
I'm not there. I thought it was fantastic, and I thought it was Kate Blanchett killed it as that period Bob.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. Is like if you only got the Kate Blanchett part,
Yeah.
not the other bad Bobs. The Richard Gere Bob that made no sense. The Batman Bob that you're like, what are you? Well, he's really Bob if he was in a movie or something else. You know, I think it's a fascinating fucking era of Dylan too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because literally everybody said this is the worst thing ever. And, you know, Robbie talked about this. He said all the shit that people loved when they toured in 74 is the same shit that they booed him for in like 67.
Right.
Nothing had changed.
Yeah.
Except for the audience caught up with it.
I mean, there's aspects of it, you know, when the first time when he did, I think, was it Forest Hills and did Newport, and they, you know, Pete Seeger threatens to cut the cable.
I thought he did pull the plug.
Yeah, and everyone's booing and throwing stuff, and that's interesting. But I think Rock Bios, you know, Rocket Man wasn't good.
Well, Rocket Man stunk, but
Yeah.
Elton John is a lot less interesting than Bob Dylan.
Yes, which is why I think they're going to really screw it up. They're going to try to really shrink it down. And
I'm gonna give them. They should shrink it down. They should shrink it down to that tour. You know what I mean? It shouldn't go on for the entire life and try to figure out whether his dad loved him or not. And then he was in rehab
Right.
30 years later. That's when you fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's bad to tell the arc of anyone's life. I think it's always better to pick something that happened.
I mean, because it's unrealistic. And then they always try to come up with the answer of why this person makes
Like-
the art. Like, a life doesn't work that way.
If I was going to do the Ron Bennington story, right?
Yeah.
It would be on one thing and one thing only. The summer of 69. Because I got my first real 6-string down at a 5 and dime. And then I played it till my fingers bled. And this was the summer of 69.
Yeah, you said that.
Me and some guys from school, we had a band. We thought we'd go far. I don't know what happened then after that. I think we did go far.
When was this?
Summer of 69. That was the summer of 69.
Oh, got it.
Didn't Jimmy quit?
I don't know. I don't even think I'd be in a band with someone named Jimmy.
You're
I guess.
James or nothing. You're James or Jim.
Jimmy is not a band name.
This
dude.
is a band for adults, and Jimmy is a boy.
Jimmy's a child. Do we look like we're going to be playing the children? Yummy, Yummy. That's why he quit, because I kept going, Yimmy's here. Is Yimmy going to play with us? I think you're being hard on him. This kid's a really good actor.
No,
He's great. Did you see Call Me By Your Name?
I have not seen it, but I know he's.
I don't think you'll like it.
I think he's.
No, this fucker will definitely hate it. You know why? You know how black people feel about gays. You fucking. Chris is back. We're having so
There's
much
one
fun
of
until
them.
Chris got here.
We're
That's the
having
update.
a really good time.
You guys should read this.
What?
Out.
It sounds like you're
Well,
handing
don't
us
fucking
bad
come in here and
news.
order us around, bitch. You haven't even been here 10
Do you know
minutes.
that I thought like something bad was on paper and he's like, you guys should read this? Because I couldn't imagine he would order us in any other way.
Person who sends out the link is in a meeting currently.
Is this the thing you're handing me?
Yes.
Why did you hand me that?
What makes you come into this room like a house on fire?
You know, Earl was doing so good and then
Yeah.
Chris shows up.
Earl was running this fucking show in a way that we could all appreciate.
Wow, really?
Yeah. He's
quick.
killed it, dude.
I'm worried.
With Dish Network, you never have to miss your favorite movie, show, or live event. Cause with the Dish Anywhere app, wherever you go, your live TV goes with you. Awesome, right? If you're stuck in an airport, you got your shows. Waiting for a haircut, you got your shows.
Afraid you're going to miss kickoff? No worries. You've got that too. All you need is a smart device and maybe some popcorn, and you're ready to watch tonight's episode from pretty much anywhere. Hence, the name of the app, Dish Anywhere.
Take 100% of your live TV with you wherever you go with the Dish Anywhere app. Dish. Tuned into you. Watching TV anywhere requires internet-connected Hopper with Sling or Hopper 3 and compatible device.
Only one device per compatible receiver can watch live TV or DVR content at a time. All 5 devices can stream live content at the same time through live streaming channels and on demand. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you.
So you happy now, Chris? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. I mean,
is that the way you raced in here and screamed at us like you're the sergeant?
I don't think I screamed. It was very aggressive, and I actually thought it was bad. I thought you were going to hand me news about Iran.
No, there's no. I think the TV would have.
And I ran so far away. I had to get away. That band has so many great songs. The guy from that band, what's his name? Do you know, Earl?
Jimmy?
I don't. I know it's Flock of Seagulls, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, of course it's Flock of Seagulls. So I saw him. This is like when that was up. Stop typing, Earl. You're driving me crazy. So it was when the song came out. Right? This is how long ago. And if you ever saw what he looked like, he had the wacky
Right, of
fucking
course,
hair.
yeah.
And he said this about his haircut: "I like it long. I like it short. I like it straight. I like it curly." And I've never fucking forgotten that. I'm like, you fucking idiot.
Kelly.
We were just talking about Timothy Chalamet with Earl, and Earl said that he hated Call Me By Your Name because 2 men sinned against the Lord.
You're terrible.
I didn't say that. I haven't
Fuck
seen
is
the
your
movie.
problem? I think Timothy will be great.
As what?
Bob Dylan.
You really do, huh?
I think it'll be amazing.
I know they got the same hair at that age. You know what I mean? His
Yeah,
hair's
I
gonna
mean,
stick
that's-
straight
That
up.
helps.
By the way, I don't know whether you guys are ever on the internet, but
Sometimes.
women will constantly bring up that they're in love with this kid, and women that are much too old for him. And I look at him; he's like a skinny body. He's got like a little boy's body.
He
you know,
is.
and I admit, a beautiful face, beautiful hair, but he looks
he's
a little bit
young.
boyish.
Yeah, he's a youngster. Even if he's not.
No, he's
he
not. I mean,
appears.
he's of age.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I put him and Ariana Grande in the same. Anytime I hear someone say something about her, I'm like, mm-hmm.
you know what I say about Ariana
Noted.
Grande? She's a MILF. She's right on out of my league. No, But you can tell Ariana Grande's got a beautiful face. I mean, she's a gorgeous kid.
Yeah, but she's her stature and body type and
Right.
ponytail is very youthful.
All right, Earl, would you bone Ariana Grande? Yes? No? Maybe so.
Raise one boner for yes.
What would you do, Earl?
Yes, absolutely.
No way.
Everything you need to know
He
right
said
there.
no way. You don't
No way
believe
that he
you would?
No, he lies.
You think
Oh,
he's not
you missed
attracted
this while you were away, fucking up the MS. So,
What? No. I'm
So-
trying to make it happen.
Earl, somebody busted. I should give out the person's name too. They
Bust
busted
this
Earl.
asshole.
Ew.
The happy recap said what kind of food combinations, and then he showed this thing that Earl had spelled weird food combinations as WELRD. So I bring it up to Earl. Earl screams, "I'm looking at it right now," and he's pointing down. And the Vito says, "Earl, you could have." And then he's basically just screaming at Vito. And I go, "Earl, did you type it as this and then change it?" He goes, "According to them, I must have." And I'm like, "But did you know what I mean? You act like you blacked out."
Yeah.
And somebody complained and then he changed it.
I found that Earl says he blacks out a lot.
I don't.
Like, whenever,
whoa,
whenever
wait a minute.
something
Wait a
happens
minute.
that maybe you didn't, maybe something you fucked up. Oh, I blacked out again.
I didn't black out. I just said. And I'm looking at it again.
Why
I'm
are
looking
you
at it
blacking
right
out
now.
even once? You
I'm
don't drink.
concerned.
I
I
don't
didn't know
drink.
that he was doing
I don't drink. I don't black out.
That's fucking your
Are
brain.
you saying Chris is lying?
I'm saying that Chris is not entirely clear and truthful. And
That's lying. Why won't you just be honest and say he's lying?
And first of all, this is a fucking observation. This isn't a fucking truth or
This
a lie.
is 2020. I want everyone to say what they feel. From
Yes.
now on.
Yeah.
And
For
from
once,
now
let's do
on,
that.
The way we deal with things
Yeah.
is bore on the floor. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, let's just have it out.
All right, then let me say something I've been wanting to say to Earl for a long time. Earl, I think you're a racist.
What?
Yeah.
I think you're racist about white people, particularly white straight males who seem to be carrying everything these days. You know, carrying the sins of the world. Well, we did the best we could. If you don't like it, you try to get to the moon.
Good luck.
We would get to the moon if we had the opportunity, but
Oh my God. If we had the opportunity. What are we supposed to do? White guys give you our spaceships?
Why you didn't have the opportunity? Why you took the opportunity to go to fucking space, bro?
it's called a noose and a gun. That's what generally
How did
happens.
that fucking get us to the moon?
No, I'm just saying that whenever black people try to do anything.
Let me just try to say, what? You tried to start a space program and a noose and a
I'm
gun
not just
came
saying,
in.
but there were black air pilots.
Black air pilots, he said. They all had fucking herpes or whatever that fucking.
I think it was
thing
syphilis. They went crazy from
They are
syphilis.
syphilis.
The other
Chris, I'm going to
noose.
ask you something since we're being straight in 2020.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Stop referring to us as whitey. It's really off-putting.
I apologize. It's 2020. I apologize.
I don't always side with Chris, but I do want to say Earl has said multiple times he's had rage blackouts, and now he's acting like he doesn't.
When did I say I had rage blackout?
When you
That's
quit.
up for you to decide.
You fucking when you had a fucking argument with a black lady on the phone, you said you blacked out and you started fucking throwing shit around here, bro. Come on, you fucking black out all the time. You throw that shit out there.
Throw what? Are you insane? You're nuts.
Are you insane, Chris?
No, I'm
Because
not.
you're starting to
He's
sound it.
Fucking gaslighting me and all of you. He's gaslighting us.
I gotta feel like I agree with Earl now, though.
Gaslighting.
I mean, it sounds like the gaslighting is working because Chris is.
What is gaslighting anyway? Do you even know?
I think it's when you lie to make someone feel crazy.
That never once happened in the movie Gaslight.
No, it's bullshit. Then why is it called that?
I said Earl had rage blackouts, but it seems like Chris has rage blackouts, so I don't know where I stand
fucking know
anymore.
everything I'm saying and everything that's happening. And in 10 minutes from now, I can fucking tell you what happened. I fucking called Earl out for being a fucking blacked out gaslighter.
All right. Earl, you were lying about the misspelling thing, and that's fine. I fucking lie too, man. Fucking lie all the time. But what I don't do is get mad at the person who busts me for it. You know what I mean? I'll be like, hey, you got me. You know who gets mad at the fucking people who caught him doing stuff? Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, and you're like our Harvey Weinstein.
I'm not a serial rapist.
If you're being truthful, can you just admit, is the reason you don't like Timothy Chalamet because he was in Call Me by Your Name,
or is it because he's white?
No, I have not.
I had to blow Earl to
type
get
of
my
guy.
internship.
Then why did you say you'd never eat a peach again?
I haven't seen.
Was that a peach?
I thought it was a peach.
I thought it was a plum. Might have been. I don't know.
You know what? I almost said mango, to be honest. But I think I'm going to go peach. I think it was a peach.
They have peaches in France? That's the thing that concerns me.
Yes, they definitely have peaches in France.
I thought they only had peaches in Georgia. That's where Earl's people are from. And I give you all the credit for picking the peaches, Earl. 100%. 100.
Eddie.
Keeping it 100. Now, here's the thing. I'm on your side 99% of the time. But you can't Harvey Weinstein this shit if you did something.
Yeah.
If you did a sexual
By the way,
assault.
I'm on your side on all of the race issues, but on the
I mean, with this,
spelling and then
this thing, like
gentleman.
him, I have not seen his work. I couldn't say he was good or bad.
because of the subject
No,
matter?
I just don't know the dude. I don't know about him.
He's the dude. He's been nominated for an Oscar.
Okay, and again, I'm not. That's me not getting caught up on
He's
the
kind of
work.
a cinephile. Like, he probably avoided
Yeah,
it
he
for-
sends all the time, every chance he gets.
Earl also over break was caught being anti-abortion. I got a message about it from a listener.
Now, why would he bring that up? He was trying to talk somebody out of getting an abortion?
He posted a photo, and it seems like he took one side of the perspective. I'm going to send the photo to Gail for you guys to see.
No, now this is where I'll call horseshit on this because I said.
Can I once jump into this?
Yes.
I remember when we were doing the Ron and Fez show at WNEW, you and Fez both came out and said you were anti-choice. It's only in the last couple of years that you've realized that you're living in a blue city.
You are like the opposite of
What?
Michelle Williams.
You're a fuckhead.
Well, the photo.
Black guys, look at how many. I mean, they don't want to stay around and raise them, but they want you to have them.
All right, so I have
Good point.
I have the picture.
Okay, what's the picture?
So the picture is he took a photo of like some graffiti or someone had written something in a Sharpie, and it says, "I regret my abortion." And then he writes, "This is in a fitting room downtown. The debate never stops."
Yes,
and
because
then
if-
this person wrote to Vito, "Why was Earl in a woman's fitting room?"
Because he's a fucking creep.
No, because I was in a fitting room trying on pants,
ladies' pants.
But if you look at the
was the button and zipper in the back?
But yeah, if you look at the photo, and this is where the debate. If you look in here, it says in red, "I don't regret mine." So there's.
You can't have an abortion.
What is this, a hidden ink
Which
photo?
one did you write, Earl?
I didn't write either one, but I'm just saying. But
What
I
gives
just,
you the right to that picture then? That's cultural appropriation.
So I was like, "There's the abortion debate. I regret my abortion." Someone wrote underneath it, "I regret. I don't regret."
You put a bold statement of "I regret my abortion" and wanted to let the world
to be
know.
honest, in an Instagram post, it's going to be hard to even see the red
I didn't
part.
see the red.
No,
Yeah.
me either.
Nope.
I just read it on my phone. I didn't.
This propaganda
Now you
machine had to point it
That's why I
out
took the picture in the first place.
to get your anti-choice message out there.
What did you think about when Michelle Williams, her acceptance speech?
He called her a slutty whore.
Oh my God!
Fucked up.
You know, I said I agreed with him most of the time. Now I'm not sure.
He told me he turned the TVs off at the Hard Rock during her speech.
All of them?
Play the damn
All
globes.
of them?
Yeah, you said because that Hollywood left bullshit wasn't going to play at your restaurant.
You know what I said? I said the only way I would enjoy Gervais more is if he dropped the N-bomb. We allowed to smoke in here?
We're not.
Vape?
Yeah, that fucker's been vaping all day today. Have you seen him?
Mm-hmm.
He's been on a constant vape.
I took a picture of some graffiti I found in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Here's mine. It says, "Cum is good. Trust me."
The debate never stops.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I fucking leaned back because I thought it was going to be his shit in the bowl.
I'll be honest. I wrote that on that wall.
See, he can be honest. He does something, but he can be honest.
Do you know that I got a spoiler once, a Game of Thrones spoiler from a graffiti in a ladies' room?
Really?
So in the stall, someone had written "You know nothing, Jon Snow," which
Okay.
is a quote
Yeah.
from "You know nothing, Jon Snow," and then someone wrote, he know how to eat pussy, though. And then I was a little behind, and then I caught up, and he does eat pussy.
He does.
And I was like, that was spoiled for me.
Do you know that I can remember the first graffiti I ever read in my life? And it was this. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more pussy shall I crave. And I remember being a little kid reading that. Going, whoa, this fucker's intense.
Yeah. I remember my friend said that he remembered graffiti that's just stuck out in his mind since he was a little kid. Just written huge in a bathroom stall. It just said, Larry Bird is a homo.
It's just not true. It's not fucking true. Stop laughing, everybody. Stop it. Stop laughing at Larry Bird. Earl probably wrote that. 2 things he hates. Gays and white basketball players. I guess, do we need a break here, Chris?
Yes, we do.
Because our guest is coming in. Louis Katz is here.
Dish Network has just developed the new Dish voice remote, and now that it's got Google Assistant built in, your favorite game day recliner becomes a total home command center. Just say the word, and the remote does the rest. It's awesome.
Want to know a backup quarterback stats? Ask the remote. Want to watch a different game? Just press the mic button on the remote and say, Game Finder. It can even turn down the thermostat if you get into a heated argument about whether or not the receiver's knee was down before he got to the goal line.
The point is, if you want a remote that makes watching the game better, Houston, this remote has no problem. The Dish voice remote with Google Assistant, your TV, and a whole lot more are at your command. Dish tuned into you.
Voice functionality requires internet-connected hopper and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH. Visit dish.com or find a local retailer near you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Morse from Sex with Emily, and I'm here to help you up your sex game. You might be thinking you don't need any help. Well, think again. Maybe you thought a threesome was just for fantasies. You want to know once and for all if size really matters? Don't worry, I got you covered. And now you can hear me on Faction Talk, Saturday nights at 7 and Sunday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern. It's Sex with Emily for the guys, Saturday and Sunday nights on Faction Talk and on demand on SiriusXM Channel 103.
Recently, Billy Joel sat down behind the piano.
I had a melody in my head.
And wowed a small crowd of SiriusXM listeners with songs and stories from his incredible life and music.
What is the most favorite decade of your career?
This one.
Hear encores of this exclusive evening with Billy, along with the rest of his music, rarities, and all new specials. On now for a limited time on SiriusXM Channel 30.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare contracts, and in the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare contract, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-771-9393. 800-771-9393. 800-771-9393.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping. Always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter this station's exclusive code at checkout, DOLL, and get, the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's DOLL, DOLL, DOLL.
It's Peter Tilden for Natron's Healthy Trinity Probiotics. You've heard the term probiotics for a long time, but you probably don't know what they are. Well, Dr. Chris Diadamo, he teaches medical students and physicians about nutrition and health, and he can explain it to you.
Choose a probiotic with bacterial species shown in clinical studies to improve your digestive health, boost your immune system, and even promote positive emotional states. Don't be deceived by flashy advertising promising sky-high bacterial counts, blends combining dozens of bacterial species with unknown effects, and other cheap tricks. Choose quality over quantity. Choose Natron's Healthy Trinity, the original, clinically supported category leader in probiotics.
Probiotic is a living culture, and to be effective, it needs to be kept refrigerated from manufacturing all the way till you use it. So avoid those shelf-stable probiotics that may have been sitting on a loading dock at over 100 degrees. They're all fried up. Feel the Natron difference. Get Natron's Healthy Trinity. It's in your probiotic cooler section at Whole Foods, Sprouts, your favorite health food store, or you can go online at natron.com. That's natron.com, natren.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
We'll be right back. Faction Talk 103, The Bennington Show.
The 2010s never end.
Wish we could turn back time.
With brand new decade-defining channels from Sirius XM. 2010s country hits.
Yeah, that's my kind of night.
Pop hits. Hip-hop hits.
Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a ooze.
Hard rock or alternative hits.
Whatever time.
We live the hits of the 2010s with brand new channels only available on the Sirius XM app. Now included free for most subscribers. Just download it today and search 2010s.
The National Football League celebrates all levels of the game year-round through Play Football, an initiative aimed at creating positive experiences for youth and high school participants, engaging coaches, parents, and players with the goal of preserving and promoting the sport's values and educating everyone on how the game is constantly evolving in equipment, research, technology, and training. To learn more information, visit playfootball.com.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder and CEO of Madison Reed, a company I named after my daughter. Famous for hair color with ingredients you can feel good about, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, soft, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking results. Shop madison-reed.com, take our online color quiz, and we'll deliver your perfect shade to your door starting at just $22. Or visit a Madison Reed color bar for fast and fabulous hair color services. Madison Reed reinvents the hair color experience. At our color bars, we'll get you in and out unbelievably fast. We'll even show you just how easy it is to color your own hair and send you home with your hair color so you can do it yourself. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit, or visit a Madison Reed color bar for new client specials. Use code FUTURE. That's code FUTURE.
Not available in all states. Have you been denied credit? Are you paying high interest rates because of a low credit score? Join the thousands of people who've relied on CreditRepair.com to help rebuild their credit score.
I went to get my first car. I had to get a used car, high interest, and so I knew that things were done from there.
For over 15 years, we've helped thousands with their search for solutions to credit issues. We communicate with you, your creditors, and the credit bureaus with a unique approach designed to remove items like late payments, collections, charge-offs, liens, bankruptcy, and foreclosures that are unfair or inaccurate.
And I've gone up 40 points already.
There are many services offering to tell you your credit score and even monitor it for you. But what good is just knowing your credit score when what you really need is to fix it? Credit Repair members see a significant improvement in their credit scores month after month. Call now to get your no-obligation credit consultation, including your free credit score and free summary credit report. Don't delay. Call 800-596-0711. 800-596-0711. 800-596-0711.
3 words can change everything. You have cancer. If you hear these words, think of 3 more. Florida Cancer Specialists. With nearly 100 locations, Our board-certified physicians and expert cancer teams deliver the most advanced treatments, including immunotherapy, molecular testing, and an outstanding clinical research program. Florida Cancer Specialists, flcancer.com.
Bennington is back, and this is Faction Talk 103, The Bennington Show.
Well, it's a full charge. And me gets money. We get paid very little. Just for being funny. We're taking buses. Hop the train. It's a ride. Floating planes. We've stayed in comedy condos with unexplained stays. Now we're gabbing. In the economy cabin. Our anxiety attacking. Cause the captain keeps lagging. But that's the life that we chose. We'll stop moving when we're dead. Why? Because we're roadheads. Stressing at the airport. Standing in security. Wherever I hang my hat's my home. My past is kind of blurry. Done my time in this town. And now it's time to scurry. Roadhead till I'm dead. I'm always in a hurry.
Welcome back to Bennington. Louis Katz is in studio.
Louis!
What's happening? How are you? His podcast, Roadheads, is available now on Apple Podcasts, and follow him on Instagram at Louis Katz Comedy. Thank you.
Now, being a roadhead,
Yes.
how often is it depressing?
Oh, pretty often. Pretty
Yeah.
regularly depressing. Yeah.
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 I don't think most people realize that because it seems like comedians are always the funnest thing in the world, but you're at a lot of places that aren't glamorous.
Yeah. I mean, the places aren't glamorous. The other thing I always say is that, like, unlike a band, a lot of time you're just touring by yourself.
Right.
That's what these clubs don't understand when they don't let you book your own features. That it's like, it's not just who I like opening for me. It's really the person that's going to help me maintain my sanity on the road.
Right.
Someone to be with, because otherwise you're just losing your mind.
Now, what is the reason that a club wouldn't let you bring your opener? It's because they've got somebody that they feel doesn't need a room. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
that kind of a thing.
Exactly. They can save money, and they want their own control over the show.
Yeah. See, the thing is, that's the person that could end up annoying you because it's somebody's like, hey, I'm going to ask a lot of questions
Yeah.
about L.A. and New York. And you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm so lonely. I'm like, just ask some questions.
Yeah, ask some
Anything.
questions. And then you're like, yeah, you're right. It is timing. Timing is really important.
People forget that.
Yeah.
But you also get in that weird mode on the road. And actually, I'm in it right now because I'm back here. I'm back to living by myself. Just like we haven't talked to anybody in like 24 hours.
Yes.
And the first person you see is like, you just talk to anybody. You're just like unloading on them because you haven't been able to speak at all, like
Right.
a mime for a whole day.
When you find yourself drinking your coffee in front of the night auditor at Ramada Inn, just like, so really, what got you into this? You driving far to get home from here? Because a lot of places you're like, where could someone even live
I think that
off
all
this
the time.
highway?
Yeah.
You know?
I think that everywhere I go, it's weird because I've traveled so many places, I've lived in so many places, and still every time I'm in a new place, I'm like, wow, people live here.
Right.
This is so weird, just to think about that life. It's so different.
I think there's a website, or no, it's a website, but I say it more on Instagram, and it's called Cheap Old Houses, right? So you buy an old house really cheap. I just saw a house that I would move into now for $39,000.
Wow.
Dude, I'm obsessed with that account.
Yeah.
I follow it, and I'm crazy about
But
it.
you have to live somewhere that people don't live.
Well, I was so earlier, or at the end of last year, I was actually in Detroit. Speaking of $30,000 houses, there are lots of places you could live in Detroit still for $30,000, but you have to be in Detroit,
Right.
and it is kind of like got a real post-apocalyptic vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I think Detroit and I would say Vegas, when the bubble broke, were the only places I ever saw like empty fucking neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So it would be empty neighborhoods, and then one house has the light on.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's fucking scary.
So creepy. So
But
creepy.
You grew up in the city, right?
I'm actually from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I lived in the Bay Area for a while. I lived in Rio de Janeiro for a little bit. I live in New York now. I've been here for like 10 years.
Everything about you seems like the city, like born and raised in the city.
I know. I think that's just a heavy Jew vibe that I got.
Yes,
just
right.
a very strong Jewy vibe.
Yes, no matter where, if you're Jewish, no matter where you live, you come off like a New Yorker.
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
You from the city?
Yeah.
I have roots here, though. I'm like, my grandma's from Brooklyn. My dad was born in Brooklyn. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What took your family out to L.A.? Would they left with the Dodgers? Was that
They were
the
actually
angle?
right by them. I think out in like Crown Heights, right by where they played all the time. But yeah, I know my grandma moved when my dad was little and out to L.A. She always said like New York's it's no place to raise kids. So I
Right.
don't know what that means, but they moved out here. So
So
Congrats,
L.A. in the time that your folks moved there, that to me is like the LA that I love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the LA before it got too crazy, that it was just beautiful.
Like a little wild still.
Yeah, like people were still riding horses around in certain neighborhoods, and there was movie stars and recording studios for music. Like I would say the time of the Beverly Hillbillies. LA fucking peak. The Beverly Hillbillies and Mamas and Papas and Beach Boys is where you're like, LA was a paradise. And then everyone thought that at the same time and moved there at the same time.
Yeah.
Just exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only good thing, I mean, there's many good things still about it. I really am torn between which city I like better, but being a comic, I'm like, I don't audition very much, so I'm like, I'm never sitting in that traffic. I won't go. I just won't go anywhere when there's time for traffic. No thanks, I won't do it. So I never have to suffer through that. And the weather, even though the weather isn't as good, I mean, it's crazy how much the weather has changed. Like, I can really tell because I grew up there. It was never in the 40s in winter in LA, and now 2 years in a row, hitting the 40s like every night, every day sometimes.
And then the weird thing is they'll go 110 in the summer, and it never used to be like that either, right?
Exactly.
Like there was, like I know a lot of people are like, don't bring up global warming bullshit, but shit is changing.
Yeah.
Like, who believes in global warming right now is Australians.
Yeah, for real.
They're
For
like,
real.
I'm serious. But I remember the whole thing because I had relatives that lived in LA, and they would be like, it's pleasant in the summer and it's pleasant in the winter. We don't get too extremes. And now you really do see summers where you're like, oh, that's fucking too hot,
Yeah. And too cold. I run a monthly. I still run a monthly show out there on a rooftop bar, which would be a great idea for normal LA weather.
Right.
But I mean, we get like 5 months where it's just freezing up there. I mean, we got heaters and stuff, but everyone's so cold. It rains. It's freezing. No one wants to be on a roof. It should be like year-round roof.
Chris, you don't plug it all.
Of course, I'm sorry. Louis Katz's podcast Roadheads is available now on Apple Podcasts. Follow him on Instagram at Louis Katz Comedy, and his album Cat Skills is available now wherever you stream comedy.
And of course, David Tell picked him as the guy who's going to break out this year, which is exciting.
That was very nice of him. Yeah, hope he's right. No one else picked me.
Did you hate that Ian Fine-Dance got thrown into them?
I hated that he got thrown in first. That's really what bothered me. Maybe it's alphabetical, but part of me feels like it wasn't, and it hurt.
I think the thing that came off the worst though is that Robert Kelly picked Greg Stone, but referred to him as Jeff Stone. And like, you can't even sit around and say, "Here, this great comic picked me."
That's so funny.
He picked me, but I can't play the clip for you.
Did you start comedy in L.A.?
No, I started in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I think that's like, to me, I guess it's just what I did, but it makes so much more sense to start in kind of like a B city.
I agree, man.
And then move. I don't know how people start in New York. It seems so tough, or LA, really. They both seem incredibly difficult. So by the time I started in the Bay, I didn't leave there till I'd done Montreal. I had an agent. I moved to LA for a year. I couldn't really get things going there. They were like, oh, maybe we'd buy your show if you had some heat. I said, maybe I've had some heat if you bought my show. And I decided to come out to New York and try and get some of that heat. And I got the heat. I got the half-hour special and an album, and I just stayed here inexplicably.
Yeah. Well, there is a thing about New York comedy where people are moving around. I mean, I really think it's pretty cool when you hear people go, I do 8 shows tonight.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's 7 too many for me, though.
Yeah, totally.
So just like,
I get diminishing returns after 2.
Yes.
Like I just can't. It's just like I start to hate my new jokes. I'm sick of my newest jokes. I don't like saying them that many times.
when you're on like the 4th show, you're like, did I already say anything about
yeah.
grasshoppers?
Yeah.
Did I already? Because it seemed like I did. Have you ever repeated a joke?
I don't think I've ever done that.
I remember one time, and this was in the 80s, Jay Leno in a little club, right? Murdering. Like, people have no idea in the 80s how good, like, above everybody Jay Leno was. You know what I mean? And he's murdering, and then he repeats a fucking joke verbatim. And it wasn't even like a one-liner. It was like set up and all. And the room was like, it was like a crashing wave of laughter, crashing wave. And he said that, and the whole room just sat there scared for a moment. And then he goes like, did I already say that? And then he just jumped into the next thing and he just started murdering again.
Wow.
All over. But
I
it
like
was,
that. Like everyone's just like, is he having a stroke?
Yes.
What's happening?
It was like either he was having a stroke or you were. You know what I mean? You didn't know what.
The
something
Matrix
was wrong.
is real. Great.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen that horrible the Pablo Francisco clip, right, of him in Sacramento, where he is repeating. He's repeating like the same line over and over and over again in a row. It's like very unsettling.
Because something happened, right?
Something's wrong.
Something
Something's
snapped.
wrong.
Really?
Yeah. They really shouldn't have let the people tape it. It's a shame that they should have stopped them from taping it because it's really unnerving to
It's
watch.
funny. I saw it on America's Funniest Videos, which is me. Which is me. But he's like, let's see what this guy's doing. He stopped there.
Oh, Pablo.
By the way, if, we're having a lot of anti-Semitic things happening in the city, and Earl seems to be one of those people. Earl's right over here. He's part of Black Israel. So I've asked him not to attack you.
Thank you.
By the way, do you know how many years I've told people, don't worry about the Black Israelites. They're just blowhards. They mean, you know what I mean? Just walk by them.
Yeah.
Don't fight with them, but don't get up.
Just
and
keep
now,
walking. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it seems like they've like the weather in LA, they've changed.
Yeah, I mean, that is such the New York rule. Is just if you just like take a wide breath, don't look at them, whatever, nothing's gonna happen. But I think every once in a while, shit happens. It fucking happens.
Oh yeah, because I've seen them like arguing with people on the street, and I'm like, why are you stopping with these guys?
Yeah.
You know?
No point.
But I cannot believe that the anti-Semitic thing is back.
It's crazy how often you hear it now. It's nuts.
Yeah.
You really is it just so it's not a coincidence? It's not a bunch of things happening. You think it's really like a whole vibe, a whole thing going on right now?
Yeah, I think it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if I was you, I would change my name like they used to back in the 30s.
Yeah. What am I going to change my face too? I got to get a nose job and
You don't think it is? You don't think it's somehow back?
I don't know. I just don't know if it's a lot of things happening in a row. I tend to, you know what I feel like? I feel like a lot of it's happening to Hasidim, like the Orthodox Jews.
Yeah, there's no.
And they seem to, first of all, maybe that's just because they're clear. It's clear that they're Jews. It's very obvious.
Right.
But also they do a lot of things to irritate a lot of people.
Yeah.
It is basically like a cult running a giant, even bigger cult than the Black Hebrews or whatever running in the middle of New York.
Yeah.
So part of me wants to think maybe it's just them for some reason, but I shouldn't think that. It's everybody. Probably,
yeah, I mean, no matter who it is. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
it was Scientologists, used to be like, hey, stop it. You
Yeah.
know? I don't know why I brought out of everything the nuttiest thing I could think of is Scientologists. Because Tom Cruise is wonderful. That's all. I mean, if that's what Clear is, I want to get Clear. You know what I mean? Because I'd love to be able to have a franchise. Chris, you're not plugging?
I will. Louis Katz, his podcast, Roadheads, is available now on Apple Podcasts. You follow him on Instagram at Louis Katz Comedy, and his album Catskills is available now wherever you stream comedy.
I love in the song, too, like you put in about comedy condos and stuff like that, because that's when it's really horrific. I feel like at the basis, you should have your own room, no matter where you're going.
Yeah, I mean those condos, they always try and sell them to you whenever you're at a new place. They're like, we redid it. So when did you redo it? It looks horrible. Whatever cleaning service they're hiring is just not good. It's always kind of filthy. It's always kind of grimy and always very depressing.
And I also think there's nothing worse than opening a refrigerator and seeing someone else's condiments.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who is going, oh, good, there's mustard, and using that? I cannot imagine.
It's nice that it's got that little plug at the top.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Rusty, dark brown.
So gross.
Mustard plug. What's the deal with mustard plugs? But there really is. That is a gross thing.
Yeah.
No, I also, matter of fact, I don't like to look at anybody's refrigerator.
It's intimate.
I'm fine if my refrigerator looks messy and needs to be, but someone else's, like if I go in to get a beer or something and I see the refrigerator, I'm like, these people are disgusting.
Very judgmental.
They live like animals.
Yeah, it's gross. It's more intimate, I think, than people realize.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My apartment's in such a wreck right now because I kind of just got back to town after a while, and I'm really paranoid about like keeping any kind of food garbage in my building because I don't want any bugs or any rats or any problems like that. So this is horrible. I started keeping my food garbage in my fridge, so my fridge literally has garbage in it right now. It's horrible. I guess it's safer, but it's really disgusting.
That's a first. I've never heard anybody go, just to be safe, I'm putting the garbage in the refrigerator. I know, I don't know whether he still does it, but Norton used to keep his T-shirts in his oven because he would never turn on, he would never use his stove or his
So
oven.
he doesn't cook at all.
No. At least the way he used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And he would be like, "Oh, this is a great place to keep all my, Aussie T-shirts." And I always thought that was the funniest thing. I know also a woman who was a friend of mine that she put plants on the top of her stove, or a stove. She had never once turned on her stove.
That's crazy.
That's a New York thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of places that like you'll go, okay, you're looking for apartments and you'll go look at it and they'll be like, not really a kitchen or half of a kitchen. And they're like, but you're a New Yorker. You don't need a kitchen. It's like, no, I still eat food.
Yeah.
I still consume food.
Matter of fact, it's one of the things that gets to me about the road is eating 3 meals out a day.
Yeah.
And then
Makes you feel terrible.
By the time you're in the third day of that.
Even if you're trying not to eat the worst possible thing on any given menu, it still feels so bad. It's just, it makes you just feel awful.
It feels unhealthy even no matter what you're
Yeah.
eating. You could be in a health food place.
Yeah.
You're like, this is really bad for me.
Yeah. I'm trying to over the years on the road, I've developed techniques. Like one is like, well, I'm on the road so much. That's part of the reason why I can't actually keep food at home is because
Right.
it will go bad. But yogurt stays good for a long time. Oatmeal never goes bad. So at least I
Yes.
have those in the house. Those are stocked.
So you're living like a miner in the 1890s. The oatmeal, you know what I mean? Like they lived basically on oatmeal.
You love gruel.
Yeah.
Now, do you know a good gruel place? Or
What's the longest you've been out on the road on any given time?
Well, I started maybe like a month, 6 weeks, something like that. Like combining that with like a few days off to do some stuff, not straight gig. I wish it was like that. I would have made more money, but
right. But would you
especially-
come home during that, or would you stay out there?
No, those are times when I've stayed out. So
Yeah.
like it's a lot of times when I've done 2 different like European runs. So I'll just try and string as much together as possible, then take a few days off, and then go back to doing gigs and stuff like that. And then just last year when I was doing a few dates with Attell and some of my own dates as well, I just spent like 3 weeks in the Midwest straight for some reason. I thought I'd make more money, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It was a mistake. It was a cold, fun mistake.
How about Tommy Rhodes? I think he did like 7 years without owning an apartment, a home.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, are you okay, dude? You know what I mean? I don't know why.
What are you running from?
Yeah. I don't know why that seems insane because you're inside every night. You know what I mean? And he's seeing the
But
world.
that's nomadic.
I know,
what
it
I
is
mean? Like,
nomadic.
That's not a...
Yeah. And then he and his chick got off the road and broke up.
Yeah.
They broke
Yeah,
up
they
once
needed
they
the
got
road.
off the road.
That seemed to like universally, like I was talking to other comics, seemed to bum everyone out. Everyone seemed to really like her and think
Yeah,
they were so
she's
great
great.
together,
Yeah.
you know? And it just, everyone was like, man, that one didn't work. Like, it's like, you have these couples you like kind of idealize, like, well, if they can make it work, maybe I could find
Yes.
someone and make it work with, and then once they broke up, it's like, well, I guess nothing's real.
You know why? They were perfect to go out to dinner with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because going out to dinner with one person is terrible. Going out to dinner with one person and someone you don't like is terrible. But people that you could bring your chick with you to dinner
Right.
Uh-huh.
and not be ashamed, and that's what they had that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And coming off the road, terrible mistake. Terrible mistake. Chris, you broke up with your girlfriend, and the reason is you hit her? Is
I
that-
didn't hit her.
Well, you grabbed her throat?
I never grabbed her throat.
Well, there was bruises on her
There were no
body.
bruises. There was some violence. I mean, I
Whoa,
I,
okay.
He
I
did
attacked
it-
inanimate objects.
But here's what he did, and
What
this
happened?
seems immature. He used to dead leg her. When he was mad at her, he'd take his knee and put it in her thigh and drop her down on the ground.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, remember when we used to do dead legging all the time?
Yeah, we used to do it
Ugh.
all the time. It was
We
very
would dead
painful.
leg each other for fun.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah, it was very painful.
You plugging, Chris? Or you just want
I-
to talk about beating up women?
I don't.
'Cause let me tell
I
you
don't
something.
beat up women.
It's the
Yes.
fucking 90s. We don't hit women anymore.
Louis Katz, his podcast, Roadheads. It's available now now on Apple Podcasts. You can follow him on Instagram at Lewis Katz Comedy, and his album Katz Kills is available now wherever you stream comedy.
That's wordplay right there, my friend. That's some wordplay. How long you and Attell been doing stuff together? How far back did that go?
I mean, definitely. He was one of the first people I opened for because when I started, I'm still pretty dirty, but I was even dirtier back when I started.
Yeah.
So the only people I could work with were the dirtiest comics. So I got to start off opening for my favorite comics that would come through the Bay, come through the Punchline in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So some of the first people I worked with were Doug Stanhope and Attell. So I've been working with him forever. I mean, definitely maybe 2003 or 5 or something like that. Definitely back when he was drinking, I had some time on the road with Attell drinking Attell.
That's you can take those stories to the bank, right?
Yeah. I
Now,
got some
here's
good
the
ones.
thing. I forgot that a lot of people are this way. They will say, "Don't work dirty before me." Like a lot of name comics won't want an opener, even if they themselves do what is considered dirty jokes.
Because it would just be too much.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Some people are fucking paranoid. Some people go, "Hey, don't mention parrots." That parrot bit you get out, take that out. I have a seagull bit. I don't know why people do that. Nothing would ever. No one would ever go, "Wait, didn't we hear about parrots 15 minutes
This is
ago?"
a lot of bird material.
We already heard about parrots. I never once saw an audience get upset because 2 people mentioned Trump. But there are a lot of people who headline that what they want to do is they want an opener, but then they want to smother them with a pillow.
Well, I mean, it tells. I think he's one of the rare people where he wants to be challenged, so he wants you to crush. He doesn't care. He if anyone comes stop. I mean, I shouldn't give this away, but sometimes if people come by, there's a good chance he's going to give them a guest set,
right?
And he'll give someone else a guest set, and someone else a guest set, and next thing you know, he's following 4 comics, and everyone's trying to do their best stuff, and he'll still go up there afterwards. He likes the challenge, so he really doesn't care. He likes that.
Yeah, that is very, very true, and it never once dawned on me. But he'll come in and do that Caroline's week.
Yeah.
And if comics come by, I go you want to go up, do some time. And then he's smoking out back.
The funny thing is more when it's on the road, when people do that on the road, and it's this person's coming by to say hi, but that's because they know you. They probably haven't done comedy in the last 5 years.
Right.
And you're giving them a guest set, and they've kind of quit.
Yeah.
But they're just okay, I guess I should do it, and then it can be disastrous.
Do you run into a lot of people who used to do comedy when you're out like that too?
I wish I ran into more people who used to do comedy instead of so many fucking people who still do it.
Yeah.
I wish people.
What do you
quit.
think of the state of comedy right now?
I think there's too many comedians. I think the one thing I don't agree with that I don't know why people aren't talking about it more is that it's funny because people are still complaining about the PC thing, which is still a problem. But really, the pendulum has swung. You can get away with so many jokes now that you really, literally couldn't get away with 2 years ago. I am literally doing jokes that I had to stop doing 2 years ago.
Wow.
And now they're working and they're crushing again. So I think that's cool that we can get away with more jokes. People are just sick of being upset about everything all the time. But as far as comedians, I just think there's too many comedians. And the thing is, most of them are actually good. There's a lot of good comedians, but it's making it hard to see the great comedians. It's kind of just fogging everything up.
It's like the internet did to everything.
Yeah.
We do not have great writers because there's so many comment sections. I kind of feel like the great writers that we used to have in this country, people forget Norman Mailer was a fucking celebrity.
Yeah.
Kurt Vonnegut was a celebrity.
Yeah.
Right.
People were I saw Kurt Vonnegut today.
Yeah.
Is there any writer that you would even notice on the street these days, And I think it's because everybody's out there at the same time bringing everything down.
Yeah.
I can't believe that television stars also have to work day jobs now. You know what I mean? People be like, you see that guy over there? He also has a show on Bravo. And you're like, but he's working here during the day? Yeah. If you look at people who had a TV show in the 70s, 80s, they're still making money off of that show.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. There's comedians who've been on TV shows that are on 5 seasons and they still can't sell out rooms just because it's there's just so many shows. How is anyone
Yeah,
supposed
normally
to know?
that would have been just an instant name recognition.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Sell anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was even looking at shows from 10 years ago, and people were getting 14, 15 million people watching. It's like if you look at the late night numbers now, like you're like shocked how low it's down.
Yeah.
Carson would have 30 million people.
Wow.
And when David Brenner, I did an Unmasked with him, he was explaining he did one Carson and his total life changed.
Wow.
He goes, he was booked on a tour with Sonny and Cher. Vegas had booked him. TV networks were calling him. By, 12:30 that night, he went from having no money in his pocket to, basically what we call making it. And now you could do some of these shows 12, 15 times.
Yeah.
People don't know it.
Yeah. I mean, the key is finding the new media that's like that, shows like this or podcasts or things like that. Some of those I think almost can have that effect, but I don't know. Maybe it's just doing a million things all at once. Like, maybe people like this tweet and they like that photo and I've been on this show and that other thing, and all together it all adds up to something, you hope. You never know.
Well, when I had my club in Florida in the late 80s, early 90s, right? It was the responsibility of the club to sell the show, not the comics. Yeah. I'm shocked now that they expect a headliner to draw. I go, once you're doing that, why don't you play a fucking theater? You know what I mean? Once you could draw enough people, why would you go to the fucking club?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Like
the number of people who played my club were like 5 that were like, okay, this person's a draw. They've asked for more money. We're going to raise the prices this week. And all the years that I owned it.
Yeah.
We had to be responsible. And then the point would be, we bring them in. You guys knock them fucking dead. That was our, gentleman's agreement that we had. And that's out the window. No club draws now.
And it's crazy to me also because all the clubs are so huge too.
Right.
So it really is why I don't understand why these bigger names aren't playing theaters. I mean, if you're selling out a club that seats 350 to 400 and you're selling on 5 shows, so why?
That's a theater.
Yeah. Why would you even be at a club? I don't get it. I don't know why.
I guess people want to hang in town longer.
Love the atmosphere.
There's a lot to see in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And,
But that's amazing to me. And the fact that comics used to have nothing to do all day. Like the funny joke was, I've got, 23 hours off now. But these young comics are just podcasting, writing for the internet. I mean, I think everybody works hard.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, comedians are better now than in the 80s or 90s. It's not even fucking close. Because we used to headline people who stunk. You know what I mean? We would bring somebody in and we're like, oh, this is a rough fucking weekend.
But,
But
imagine if all those comics could focus on stand-up comedy instead of having to do all that other bullshit. You know? Imagine how much even better they'd be.
Right. What are you giving me hand signals for?
Oh, 5 minutes left in the show.
Well, what's going to happen in that 5 minutes, Chris? I mean, why wouldn't you just tell me the show's over now? Did you think that I had a 5-minute bit to go to at the end of this show? You know what? You're so worried about this next thing that you got messed up that your whole demeanor has changed.
I understand.
And this is why you end up beating women.
I don't beat women, Ron. I broke a crutch, a cane over a wall. That's what happened.
Over her back?
No, over the wall. I broke the wall, Ron, and the cane. I didn't hurt. Nothing physical happened.
That's physical.
Human on human.
Yeah, that's physical.
Sounds
That's considered assault now if you throw something near somebody.
And it's you're using your body to like intimidate her.
It was the opposite wall. I walked away from her.
And what did you do with the samurai sword? You
There was no
cut up
samurai
the
sword.
couch or
No,
something?
there was no sword.
And didn't you also piss on her and call her verbally abuse her?
I never pissed
like,
on
here,
her.
drink on piss because you're nothing but a dirty
Yeah.
boy.
I
didn't say that.
Honestly, I wish you would have got out of the way.
I once peed on some tchotchkes at first. That's because I was blackout drunk.
What kind of tchotchkes?
I can't remember what the tchotchkes were, but they were like from a trip or something we had gone on.
That's a weird fetish, pissing
It's
on
not a
tchotchkes.
fetish. It's because I had a couple too many.
If
Thought
it's
it
not
was
a
a
fetish,
bathroom.
then why can you look it up on YouTube?
See, I always
Tchotchke
think of
piss.
tchotchkes as useless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you bought something at a store, I feel like this is something you really wanted.
I think it was something that meant something to her at the time, I believe. Then I covered it in my piss. That was that was a
You sound
caused
like
an
a
argument.
good boyfriend. It was something that meant something to her at the time. I forget, but I pissed all over her.
I did, yeah.
Dude, you know what it sounds like you have here is a screenplay. That's what you should be working on, telling your story.
My story about
your
my
journey.
about my piss.
It's a story of a drunken, abusive boyfriend.
It wasn't abusive. I just had lost my temper.
I'd say everybody's a little abusive. At least all guys are a little abusive. And Chris, you proved yours.
Maybe, but she also kicked me in my bad knee also at one point. So,
Wow.
it was a fucking.
It's not
it was
funny
rough.
to me, but it
It's
was.
not
Can I
funny.
just
Gail.
say this?
Yeah.
It's funny.
You sound like a
not-
pussy, dude. You literally sound like a pussy.
Kicking my
Oh, he
bad
got
knee.
mad the other night when Gervais said fat pussy.
Oh.
Yeah, I was outraged. It was- well, come on, why the fat shaming? Jesus Christ.
That part.
Hey. What's that guy's name that he...
James Corden.
Somebody told me, an Englishman told me this, that everybody in England hates that fucking guy.
Like in the industry or audiences?
That's a great question. But I was told both. And when we get off the air, I will tell you the person
I'd
who
like to
told me.
hear.
The famous.
Okay.
I've heard rumors of this as well.
Same thing. All right, see?
all
I
right.
backed up, so everybody stop fucking pointing fingers at me,
Yeah.
saying that I make up
You don't
lies.
need to prove now.
No, I don't. Yeah. Chris, you do want to do a plug before we end this,
I
or do you
do.
want to tell another
Seems like
story
5
about
minutes
hurting
already
him?
went by.
Yeah.
You know? Don't you think?
Have you ever hit a child?
I never hit a child like being around
That's sad.
children. Louis Katz, his podcast, Roadheads. It's available now on Apple Podcasts. Follow him on Instagram at Louis Katz Comedy, and his album, Katz Kills, is available now wherever you stream comedy.
By the way, you're talking about comics. Everyone's got albums now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the world has albums.
Yeah. And thanks to Sirius, people are actually listening to them. It's
Yes.
amazing.
It is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
How's the other one? How's Pandora? People listening on Pandora?
People listen on Pandora too. I think I get even more money from that, so I hope they're listening on Pandora. Listen on
Really?
everything you can listen on.
Everything that you can listen on. Some of those things pay pennies. This one here is a nice little chunk, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, and it's a good little supplement to everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Something at the end of the day, so you can get a couple tchotchkes for your boyfriend to pee on. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for coming in,
Hey,
bro.
thanks for having